I'm ready.
We're on.
Yay.
Tips!
Get that over with, yes.
Hello, all.
So, when we last left off, you guys were back at the Stinky Trog Caves, convincing them that maybe they should give peace a chance.
Where are we?
Crazier things have happened.
You talked with the Boggards, and then...
No, we did all that, right?
Ha, ha, ha.
I could so have pushed that further.
No, you cannot.
I was so nice to you then.
We didn't get experience. Yeah.
Experience? You got experience. You got plenty of experience for taking out Mama Babala and her Boggards. Quite a lot of experience, as I recall, actually.
Yeah, but now we're so close to leveling up that we really just need to take out the rest of the Boggards.
Boggard.
Is that the evil alignment I hear calling you thing?
Not metagaming at all, that thing.
No, it's just that my character is neutral, and I've been doing a lot of good things lately, healing people and stuff, just, unselfishly.
Need to balance it out.
It's because
so you think the opposite of being unselfish is murder?
I have to say, Lockhart, that is a pretty decent player assessment of what they think the opposite of non-selfish is. Yes, that's most players do think the opposite of non-selfish is killing stuff. Evil is the right to murder things.
Killing equals honor.
Fun stuff.
To quote Gloria in there.
If I have my head,
Onwards!
I'm making awesome hats, so if anybody wants one, feel free to contact Lindsay. They're awesome. They have little clips. You two could wear the hat.
I think my head's too big for that.
Or
my
maybe
head's too big for that.
contact my staff, and they would be with the hats.
Yeah, I saw that.
Your staff, is that the nickname for...
But for what? That was a decidedly dodgy-looking head motion going on there thing.
well,
I actually have staff. I have 3
Can't
staff.
you get a shot for that?
Hmm?
Can't you get a shot for that?
I know where you live. I'll slap you.
Bring
You
it
not
up.
see my new social media content manager today?
No.
Ah, you haven't been paying attention.
He's off to look now.
Okay. So, anyway, you talked with the Boggards. Things went less than well, but at the same time you didn't tick him off completely. He basically said that as long as you're in the area, he's not going to hunt you guys down or anything.
Like he could.
But he doesn't particularly see a reason why he should be making peace with the troglodytes, or helping you beyond having a truce with you guys in particular.
Okay, can I ask a question before we carry on? Can we?
Sure.
Someone remind me which race is which? The ones that we fought last time in the village where I ran away, they were the
Boggards. They're the frogmen.
Okay, and they are the one which they were the ones we then went into a cave.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
we spoke to like a displaced leader.
That's right. Boggard
Yes.
chief.
And he was not too bad with us, is that right?
Yeah, but he's not being particularly nice to our trog friends.
And he wants to return to the old ways of their old tactics and gods.
What was it? What in his? Let me see. 'Cause I've got his
Well, yeah.
name somewhere.
Hey, I have a little the NPC gallery write-up, which might be useful.
Yeah. Daghop.
Daghop. That was his name, right?
Yes. See, using the threads. Yay.
I wrote it this morning and nobody replied.
I
think
never
if
got
you'll
an email
look-
about it.
You've got a what?
That was one thing. I did not get an email about it. I only. was
I
able
didn't
to-
either.
Yeah, I mean, I got one for everything Lockhart's ever posted, but
That's it.
Maybe I
Never
need to
send
fiddle.
anything again.
Maybe I need to fiddle with the settings or something.
Ever again.
So, then you went back to the troglodytes. You had a bit of a talk with them. They weren't keen on the idea of peace with the frogs either. However, after some convincing and asking them what would Nethys do, and of course the religious debate how Nethys would both want to blow them up and cure them at the same time, you came to the idea that perhaps, maybe, if the Boggards are reasonable, they might be okay with talking about potential peace, sort of thing.
So I guess we need to go back to the Boggards and let them know that.
The main complaint, essentially, though, is there's still quite a lot of anger about the fact that the Boggards came in and smushed all the troglodyte eggs.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Well, we killed all their mutant tadpole thingies and whatnot. Yeah.
You know, you guys just killed the mutant tadpoles. You didn't do anything with the eggs that are in the river.
I knew I should have dropped a flaming sphere in there until it boiled.
Suffice to say, that might have changed how well your negotiations went. Anyway, so, one last question the Trogs are asking you this evening is, obviously, as they're thinking about their future, they're very curious how long you guys are staying to guide them in the ways of Nethys and act as their champions.
How long are we staying?
We've got to go into this statue for a while. So at least a week or so, I would say. And then we're going to set up some kind of trade route with some dudes. So maybe we need to give them a shrine to Nethys. So,
Yeah.
what does a Nethys shrine look like?
Library.
Really? These guys
Oh.
can't...
I don't know. Well, I guess there is a knowledge component to it.
Well, magic, was it? Magic texts are pretty much holy books.
Essentially, it would just as much almost look like a small magic school, really.
Can any of the troglodytes read?
Yeah, they can read Draconic
Which is good, because that's what magic's pretty much written in, right?
sometimes.
Weird languages, probably Aboleth and...
So, but basically, they're curious because, among other things, they'll have to take into consideration how long you're staying as to what sort of peace they can make with the Boggards.
Well, we'll try and broker that. Why don't we go back via the Boggards now and see whether we can arrange some kind of truce before we leave them to it for a while?
Well, I mean, in the morning when we're all healed.
Yeah,
and
that's what I meant.
whole and... Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to go into the Ladies' Light for a little bit, but hopefully we can stabilize things out here before we go down there.
So do the Trogs have a new leader yet, then?
That's among other things. Essentially, you guys still haven't answered the question how long you're staying.
Dang, answer the question.
Because we're worried that if we answer it, then
Because, for example, if you guys said that you'll stay there for several years, they might want one of you guys to be the chief.
Yeah.
Dang, we're not staying that long. Why don't we recommend that dude as the chief?
Yeah, we're hoping to stick around directly until things are stable, but we need to venture in under the Ladies' Light soon. But hopefully we'll return from that before too long.
All right.
a few weeks.
How, priest burnt arms, shall we govern yourselves in your absence?
We should govern yourself well.
Tell one of them to be the boss thing.
Yeah. What's his name? Now that we've reunited that couple, crap.
Perhaps they could both do it.
Are you looking for Solgesh?
Yeah. Unless there's a particular smart-seeming one of them besides him.
He is one of the Trogs, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, Solgesh is one of the Trogs. He's kind of been your voice piece with the tribe so far. I cannot find her. Sorry. So yes, he is there. He's worked with you as far as you can tell. He seems rather receptive to your teachings and practices. Certainly, he was the one in general you convinced and helped convince the majority of the tribe to enter peace talks with the Boggards.
Yes. I would recommend that Solgesh lead you in our absence.
All right. Diplomacy check.
Diplomacy. Come on, no botch.
There is fairly good acceptance of this idea.
Thank God for that.
Good work, thing.
There is tribal dance, song, and ceremony, and they ask for you to present him with a badge of office as the current priest of the tribe. To anoint him with the divine right of Nethys.
Great, I'm going to have to burn him.
We have a masterwork Morningstar.
Yeah, give him like a sheriff badge.
Does that look like a badge of office? We have a
little more militant than that.
What are you after? You know, he's going to be like a tribal leader. He's going to have something militant-y. We have a silver necklace.
That'll work.
Yeah, as long as it's not too girly, that probably.
We'll combine that with the.
Yeah, give him a silver necklace and the masterwork Morningstar, and that'll give him if he likes the Morningstar.
I'm sure he'll like it.
Sure.
That gives him
clubs. Morningstar is not too far away from a club.
That gives him like a sceptership thing and like a badge of office.
All right. So yes, the ceremony is well received. He carries the necklace and Morningstar of office very well.
What is the Nethys symbol, anyways?
It's almost like, I think, a mask with one side white, one side black.
Oh, that thing, yeah.
Like the comedy, tragedy thing.
That's right.
Well, the face isn't different.
It's mostly just comedy.
Especially in Gary's case.
Right.
Hey, I've got some tragedy.
Tragedy! Sorry.
And I bear the holy ring of swimming.
As a part of showing his office, he of course takes some soot and ash and basically blacks up his hands up to the elbows.
That's funny.
Excellent.
Good. Look,
Perhaps one day Nethys will bless him as well as he blessed me.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd be very happy with that.
So, new day. Recover. You guys aren't down hit points, are you?
I'm down 6, but I think I get that back by resting, don't I?
Yes.
Fresh.
Another day of Brunsk's wage.
Bring your Brunsk.
60 gold pieces.
Does he get less for running away like a little girl?
He killed some stuff.
Little girl.
Little Norse girl.
I'll take it out of the party for you.
Alright.
But he is sapping our resources quite badly.
Yeah, I'll think about getting leadership sometime soon.
It might be wise. Okay. Done.
All shall bow before Gary.
Well, all these troglodytes might.
I'll just have your followers are just that's the village stats for the trogs that you'll never meet again.
Ah!
We told Nick that you would get leadership and he could be like a little cohort. He didn't like that idea very much.
No, you get your cohort member to be a crafting wizard that makes you a bunch of crap. For cheap.
Thing, how did you know what I used to do? Sorry.
Crafting wizard, make me shit for cheap.
I was playing a Mystic Thurge and also gonna get a wizard cohort to take all the crafting feats. And then between the two of us have all of the spells and craft all of the items for the party.
Tja, how did that pan out?
Yeah, it did not work so good.
Yeah. Isn't that the kind of thing that eventually makes them feel like they're being used and leave you?
Not particularly. He's helping out. If anything, the simple fact was he wasn't going to be taken into combat. He was going to stay in town and manage my brothel.
Excellent.
So I think he would have been quite happy with the whole idea myself. Anyway.
Has merit.
Enough of old gaming stories. So, new day. Or were you going to go back the previous day and arrange a meeting with the Boggards?
I think we're just going to go over, aren't we, in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
That way we'll catch them unprepared and see what they're up to.
So
do we drop by the village or the cave?
I think he said he was going to move back to the village, didn't he?
So we drop by the cave first. Oh, no. Which is too close to the village.
Yes.
So, yes, you essentially kind of have to go skirt the village or go through it to get to the caves. But anyway, so who of the troglodytes are you taking then, or how many?
No more than a number to match the amount of the other tribe.
That's a good idea.
Well, most of them are still recovering a lot of constitution and stuff, aren't they? Dex.
The drugs.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to take all the healthy members either, so...
No, that would be stupid, because then the witch would come in and kill them all.
We probably only want a token number, because I don't think we want to...
Or do we not take any and just go negotiate for them? Or do you want to...
That's hardly conducive to seeing if the troglodytes will agree to the terms you negotiate.
Yeah, you're right. I guess we should take the new chief. And how many other healthy troglodytes do we have?
I think you have around 10.
So let's take... How many did he have? He had 4 dudes, 3 women, and 3 frogs, right?
Yes, but there is the question of how defensive do you want to leave them?
That's what I say. So let's take the chief dude and maybe 4.
I mean, keep in mind, you guys are enough of a defense yourselves. Too.
Yeah. So how about the chief dude and either 2 or 4 as a guard for him?
Probably 2.
Okay, that's fine.
Leave most of the rest behind.
There we go then, Lockhart. We'll take 2 troglodytes as guards, and we will equip them in a guard-like fashion.
So what exactly are you doing then?
Make them look all guardy and important.
Just make them...
What are you actually giving them?
Give them...
They pretty much have leather and clubs otherwise.
Draw something on their leather armor that matches the symbol of the priest guy.
There you go. Do some painting.
So you're going to paint them in the colors of Nethys then?
Gary, paint these trogs.
Yes.
Just like paint a symbol on one.
Oh yeah, you're gonna paint them half black and half white.
I need to char half your body first. Oh.
Actually, that's a good thing about trogs is you can paint them.
Yeah.
I meant paint the armor, but...
Paint the trogs, it looks cooler. And if you paint them black and white, they become like the King's Guard, and that's kind of cool.
How do you spell Nethys?
Nethys.
I knew it couldn't be as easy as I was writing it.
Let me guess, Nethis.
Yeah. So why are we going into this statue? Please remind me.
We're looking for the next shard.
Okay.
The Shard of Lust! Ooh,
Yeah.
Do we know it's...
Or the lust pits.
Do we know it's the
Ooh.
one? Let's do it.
Yes,
I believe we do. We know the order of them now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a
we know
giant
it's
statue of the Rune Lord of Lust.
Sorry, what was that,
Remind
Lindsay?
me why we know it's in there.
We had a vision based on the previous shard.
Okay.
Yeah. When you grab a shard that's been activated and focus on it, you get a vision of roughly the area the next one is in.
Okay. And the Grey Maidens have gone in the statue ahead of us,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
we believe. Are they looking for the shard as well?
Don't
You
think
They're
she...
just looking
Don't know exactly what they were here for.
Okay.
But the leader came back out and said she was joining up with them and tried to recruit Moreau.
So yes. So what Moreau said that the leader was intent on getting into the Lady's Light.
That's the name of the statue.
Yeah.
Yeah. The leader is Oriana,
doesn't say
right?
that she necessarily knows why, except possibly to plunder it, maybe.
That would make sense.
Or
Aren't they a mercenary group? So that makes sense.
there's something like that. They're a guard that no longer has a queen to guide them.
So they may as well be a mercenary group.
So are they still based out of Corvosa, or are they homeless now too?
I'm not sure how well you did roll on your knowledge check for them. I think you rolled kind of minimal.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Can we try and ask again now that we've established better relations with both of these groups? Try and figure out what's been going on.
Well, these two groups would have no idea about the Grey Maidens aside from the fact that they came here.
Okay.
Moreau is the one who knows the most.
Oh, okay. She was the lady at the beginning of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what she said was also after the initial visit with Oriana, the leader of the Grey Maidens, was that about 10 days ago, Oriana came out and met with Moreau and said that she'd found the Rune Lord of Lust inside the Lady's Light. And that the Rune Lord had recruited Oriana to help her reclaim her lands and rebuild her kingdom.
It's a bit worrying.
And Oriana was trying to recruit Moreau, but Moreau declined politely, and Oriana seemed to accept that, and as far as she knows, returned to the Lady's Light.
So if there's actually a Rune Lord in there, we're way up the shitter.
Yeah.
And
Hopefully
I think
somebody.
possibly you would have heard from asking the troglodytes at the least that the place is generally considered somewhat haunted, and that there have been reports of indeed a human woman matching the appearance of the statue wandering the lands around it.
Great.
On occasion. Typically followed with a moon or something, I think like that.
Hopefully it's just
I think it'd be unlikely if it's the Rune Lord. Why would she be wandering? Why wouldn't she be like teleporting around and like destroying stuff?
You don't want to just use up all that stuff at once, but
well,
could be,
from what you might know of reports of the last Rune Lord, he was rather trapped in a pocket dimension and was trying to gather magic to help him escape.
Oh, the one that came out previously, yeah.
Yeah.
Do we know which one that was?
I think you would have heard something of Karzog being pathfinders and whatnot.
Yeah. Could be one of the nasty ones. It can't be the Rune Lord of Lust because it's never the nice ones that come out. It's always the nasty, icky ones.
The nice ones. When she enslaves you, you get to have sex with her.
Well, she makes you like it. I mean, that's the beauty of domination.
She takes away all your free will and makes you like being a slave.
Exactly.
That's so much better.
Yeah. Sounds great. Let's do that.
So, I mean, again, Moreau definitely seemed to share your opinion, but it's not unknown for, say, a Rune Lord who used a way to survive this long to be somewhat trapped and needing to find a way out of their safety shelter.
So if there's a Rune Lord in there, we are well fucked then, aren't we?
Probably, although if she's probably down on power. Hopefully it's just somebody posing as a Rune Lord.
Down on power. She probably raised this statue with her little finger from the ground.
Yeah, but that would be back when she was like...
The statue has been a landmark for as far as people have been in the area.
That probably dates from when the Rune Lords were actually in power.
But anyway, any other knowledge I can import?
How do you spell Moreau?
Maroux.
Witch Doctor Moreau.
I can only assume that's how you pronounce it.
Probably.
I think
That's
Island of Witch Doctor Moreau.
That's how I'd pronounce it, as in the island of Dr. Moreau.
Well, Roux is Rue, so
Yeah.
rather
Rue.
than Row.
Yeah.
as in Boudreaux. I don't know.
Maru?
Maru.
I'm happy with Moreau. That sounds fine.
I only know that next door to Louisiana. And that's how they all say it. All of them all.
Do we have any good?
No.
No. Yeah.
What are you looking? Let's go back and set up the Boggart and thingy truce and see how that goes.
All right.
And then we can look at getting into this place.
At least we haven't had to actually use any rations yet. We've been fed by troggards and troglodytes and Moreau. And apparently the troglodyte cooking's far better than Moreau's.
It's generally just meat and stuff cooked, so she actually tries to combine things to bad results.
With secret troglodyte spices.
Alright.
Alright, then, we're relying on you this time.
Oh crap. We're boned.
You're the only one that can talk Draco Boggard. I mean,
Yeah.
do they even have a common language? It's going to be very difficult.
No, not particularly. I imagine they have a slight amount of pidgin, enough to like insult or do a basic sort of interrogation, but it would, yeah. For the most part, any sort of advanced communication, they would not be capable of.
I shall be on guard for treachery.
Let me just set up the village here.
Why did it also get sunny today? Sunny and rainy.
Same down here. We got to 98 degrees here today.
That sounds beastly.
And raining, so the humidity was 100%. At one point, my weather system in my building said the real field temperature was 100 degrees. And it was. It was bloody hot in our building today.
Yeah, well, you know, we're in the 70s, so it's...
Oh no. I feel so bad for you.
What are my ranges?
Okay. Village is set up. Let's move you guys over there.
Of course, this is all the advanced, really high-level boggards that are survived, probably. Well, that Mama Bella was pretty nasty with her bow.
She was. Which is why we needed to wail on her with our fists and feet.
Yeah. Well, it's good we weren't whatever those arrows were designed to kill.
Something bane. Well, they reptilian humanoid bane arrows.
Yeah.
Designed to kill troglodytes. So, you're approaching the village. Suffice to say, there's a bit of a croak sound of warning as you approach. It's been set up somewhat with sentries and all that. You guys are on the map, right?
Yeah.
Yes, the top.
Okay. So, at this point, there's probably two of them on that side.
The letting you go thing, you're the one that's talking.
We come to speak with Daghop.
And what is with the filthy troglodyte scum you carry with you?
We're here to try and broker a deal.
Truce.
Truce.
Better.
Make me a diplomacy check.
Is this Daghop or is this the other guy?
24.
This is not. Daghop has the unique
I thought so.
picture.
So all of Daghop's little bride bodyguards look like regular dogs too.
To the dull, uneducated humanoid eye,
all
to
boglets look the same.
To the Boggard eye, of course, they have that ravishing coloring, that special mottling of warts, and the consistency of their body slime. Clearly shows how attractive and well he has picked in his wives.
It's beautiful. You've not seen my body slime, Lockhart. It's pretty attractive. Isn't it, Lens?
Yes.
Thank you, dear.
I love you.
Love you too, dear.
He grumbles a bit, but I will tell the chief. And hops down the path. And essentially you're invited to sit around the campfire. Daghop comes out. The guards kind of stand to the side.
I assume the campfire is less mushy terrain. That circle around the campfire.
Yeah, the yellow stuff is the good terrain. So Daghop comes out, sits by the fire. It's difficult to say how open he is to negotiations with the troglodytes because he does come out with a weapon that he kind of is tapping on his knees. But at the same time, the troglodytes have come with a weapon too, so...
Yeah.
Yep.
So...
I guess we should move down around the...
Go for it. I guess you need, him in the way, and then you need to be there because you're translating. So
yeah. Oops.
You can be like there, maybe there.
Yeah.
I guess Brunsk.
Troglodyte guards stand off to the side and watch the Boggards carefully.
Brunsk probably needs to be with you. Masaki can be there, maybe, and I'll hang here. And I guess Cogsworth is behind me.
In the swamp.
How's that? How big's this fire, Lockhart?
It's a large enough fire. It's their
Like
main cooking fire.
blocking the view fire, or is it just
no. It probably at the moment it's mostly just hot coals and stuff, really.
Okay, so it's not going to block anything that needs to be done to his face.
No.
Good.
So you have returned.
Yes, we hope to be able to broker a truce between the two tribes.
Then the lizard scum have chosen to prostrate themselves and offer loyalty to Goganta and tribute to the superior Boggard tribe.
Go on, thing.
Not so much on the Gorgontha.
And not at all on the prostrating.
Yeah. And tribute, what do you seek in the way of recompense of terms?
Recompense.
Good sound ass kissing, that's what he wants.
We would either request
what's the word I'm looking for?
Lingerie.
soul hunting and gathering rights for all land past to the west of Lake Galos, or should the troglodytes continue to hunt and gather food on our rightful tribal territory, then they must offer half of all they gather.
I don't think that's going to fly, things do.
Probably not as a starting point.
I guess you could pull in your troglodyte, buddy.
Yeah, I'll ask Solgesh how vital the lands west of Lake what's its face is to them.
Lake Gallows.
Jealous.
They are ripe fishing properties and lack many large predators. Would we to give up these lands, we must travel further to the east and take larger risks into territories where other tribes may lay claim.
So that ain't gonna work thing.
Yes.
I mean, there are hardly...
However, you said there was trade opportunities with the humans from the city.
Yes, it'll probably take several weeks for gathering of herbs and supply trains to be arranged. What about the herbs the city wants? Do they grow in regions besides the area west of the Gallows?
They do. However, it is possible the Boggards have no use for these and may consider it allowable to gather them. Can the city truly supply enough resources to make up for the loss of hunting?
What do we think?
As far as you know, these things do fetch a very fair price in the city.
Yeah, either through that or through
What's a fair
small
price?
magical trinkets.
But making them dependent on the cities, what happens if the trade caravan gets ambushed on the way down 2 weeks in a row? They're all going to starve to death.
That's true. Well, they'd have to renegotiate.
Why can't the Boggards just be nice? Why can't we all just get along? I think his terms are unreasonable thing.
Yeah. So you would the mighty Daghop allow for the troglodytes to gather herbs within the region west of Lake Gallows.
And what herbs would these be?
Blah blah blah. Bog lily. Where are they?
We have a list of herbs.
We did get one.
It was mentioned. I'm not sure if you wrote them down, but suffice to say that there are whip lily, frog's eye, naresh, and fen pepper.
Yes. See if I can translate those into Boggard.
I do not know of any use to these herbs. Are these part of these rituals to appease this false necklace deity you have tricked them into?
No, these more interest the humans up north.
Make a diplomacy check.
That was a mistake.
Oh boy. Ah, crap.
You've just exposed your hand.
17 ain't gonna do it, I'm guessing.
Now you've de-pantsed yourself.
Why would we want to support these humans to the north?
Because that could bring supplies to the troglodytes to allow them not to hunt in your areas, allowing you more room.
And also trebuchets and fire to burn your ass out.
Yes.
Well, the magic armor and weapons come later.
Right? Magical troglodyte warriors!
He thinks about it.
I do not have a reason to support these humans. What could I be given to allow these herb gathering?
Peace?
You say that as if it is something that the troglodytes are to be feared.
Saying we're here brokering on behalf of them, so I guess we could say that, you know, yeah, they are.
They're a bit to be feared. Let's see. Crap.
God, I'm putting ranks in diplomacy next.
I know, I'm thinking about it too.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than a floundering wizard.
It's not that. It's just it's better if we can all
Yeah.
contribute then.
Well, peaceful relations with the humans may keep more wandering humans like the Grey Maidens out of the area.
Roll me another diplomacy check.
Jesus. Grey Maiden sided with them, dude.
Oh, she's
so-
19. Sided with the other group of them.
Yeah.
Of course, my diplomacy checks all fail me when the Boggards are involved.
That's right. They've got
The
some kind of,
Troglodytes, I'm good. I'm really good.
they've got some kind of
If it is to keep the humans out, then perhaps to allow the lizards to have access to gathering their herbs, then they must also act as a guard to the east and prevent any humans from reaching us.
It's going to be difficult with that great effing statue stood there.
Yeah.
No, he said
Somebody's-
that's to the west. He's talking to the
Oh,
east.
okay. Yes,
The
but I
land,
mean,
the land route that you.
they're going to live to the west, aren't they, around the statue, the Boggards?
Yeah, the Boggards
Yeah.
are on the west.
So then what they're saying is keep the humans from getting to this statue, which they're all going to come and look at. As
No,
soon as
the problem is you can't approach from the sea.
Yeah.
You have to go on the land like you guys did,
right?
which passes through troglodyte territory.
Uh-huh.
So he's saying that the troglodytes then have to act as a line of defense and make sure no humans.
Yeah, I get that, but the problem you're having is that humans are going to come here, especially if we build a trade post.
No, he just wants them not to go further than the troglodyte lands.
But there's a big shiny statue to look at.
That all the humans that know of it think is haunted and are afraid of.
Yeah, maybe that's good enough.
It gets up and walks around at night and
And
does
people
horrible
have known
things.
about the statue for a long time, but it's remained unexplored for a reason.
It's been there for thousands of years.
Because it's full of the rune lord of lust.
It's difficult to get to and is very creepy.
So, okay, that seems to be one option. So how do we restrict the Boggards? There has to be the line has to be in both directions.
Yeah.
So the Boggards have to remain on their side of the line.
In turn, you would not hunt east of Galos?
If we have sole access to the lands, then we would have no need. Goganta provides plentifully in the area.
Until we start the troglodyte irrigation project, and,
Oh, yes.
they start their agriculture, and then we'll start diverting all the water from the lake down into that.
I'm surprised. That's actually a good tactic you guys could have done. Is to since the main problem is food shortage, is to try to do a shared agriculture project.
Well, agriculture's an option thing, so
Last time.
Hmm.
We suggested that last time, though.
Not in game.
all I see happening with that is the troglodytes would do the work, and the Boggard guy would eat the profit.
You seem to be more interested in...
He does seem to be a little bit of an asshole.
Well, no, and in fairness, right now you're the one just asking what he's demanding. You're not making any demands of your own, really.
So there you go. Ding. There's the line on the map.
So
There'll be no raiding of troglodytes,
Right.
no bothering of troglodytes, no wandering in the troglodyte lands, no nothing. They stick to their tiny end of the island, and leave everything that's to do with the troglodytes and the humans and anyone else who comes down there the hell alone.
As long as they don't go past the lake. Yeah.
And in fact, we may even build a big wall.
Split the island down the middle.
Keep in mind the troglodytes still need to go to gather the herbs in that area.
Yeah, but the wall can have a gate that we can open from our side.
I mean, in principle, he's already agreed to not mess with the troglodyte lands to the east.
These are essentially terms for peace, so
yes.
Presumably a part of it is that, yes, he isn't going to attack them.
I think it needs to be stated.
Yeah. Solgesh, would you be willing to keep humans from entering the Boggard lands if they don't, if the Boggards don't come east of Galos?
Certainly it would depend on the humans. Would we deny other pilgrims of Nethys to visit this structure that you have deemed of interest and holy to the god?
Well, I don't know if I wouldn't count the statue exactly as holy to Nethys.
How about you set up a system where instead of just having humans wandering through, if somebody did actually want to go, you could have them broker their passage, so to speak. So they'd be announced as coming through. The troglodytes would take them there. The troglodytes would bring them back, so that nothing untoward went on in Boggard lands via a predefined route.
Yes, Daghop. There may be considerable interest in visit statue. Would you allow small escorted peaceful groups to visit statue?
Make a diplomacy check.
They might even leave you some shiny rocks.
Yeah. Tourist dollars. 15.
Why could you not roll good with the Boggards?
You suck, dude.
And why should I just allow them to enter sacred Boggard lands? The last time we have allowed you humans, we have lost half our tribe here.
They're not going to interact with the Boggards thing, that's the point.
Yeah. I'm not saying deal with them and try and accept stupid tactics from them.
They're going to come, look at the statue, and bugger off home.
Have you heard the concept of tourists?
Tourists, I like that. You could set up little stands selling mud pies and sticks.
They come, look, take a few sketches of the statue, go ooh-ah, spend some money, head home.
Are the cave lizards unwilling to expend their force to strike down wanderers?
Explaining the concept of tourism and visitors is not a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, we're not talking aggressive forces. We're talking peaceful pilgrims.
Explorers and, yes, researchers.
Scholars,
yeah,
explorers, artists, poets, harmless types.
Make another...
Come on,
diplomacy
thing!
check.
Get a goddamn 20!
Can't do worse than the last one.
Almost. He almost did worse.
18.
Dude, you suck! Cast goddamn guidance.
I might as well just insult the Boggards directly and get a fight started the way I'm rolling.
You fucking hoppy motherfuckers.
They must bring tribute to us that is pleasing to Goganta.
What kind of tribute does Gogantha find pleasing? Shiny rocks and
Wealth, power, weapons.
How about shiny rocks?
magic glowy sling stones, weapons you can't use.
That's right.
Whips that will hurt you in the face.
That's right. The only weapons they'll bring are exotic ones, and that is all.
All the bladed scarves you want.
Hey,
Go
look.
practice in that field on the absorbent grass.
Great Dag Hop. This is a gnomish hook hammer.
I cannot see how Golgunta would be pleased unless the offerings are what she desires for us.
You can't help but getting the feeling that a lot of these problems come back to this guy's belief in Golgunta.
Yeah, dude, we need
Yes.
to break that. Gagunta sucks ass, dude. Clearly his priest is dead. You could easily usurp him.
Yes, I just got to figure out a way to say Gogantha sucks ass diplomatically so I don't, just provoke a fight and become evil.
Well, what have they got left from Goganta here?
Memories of the old ways.
Memories of the old ways. No, crap to that. Clearly that failed. There's only like 5 of them left.
Well, yeah, but it was Mama Batha and the new ways of pairing with the Grey Maids that he feels led to that.
So he's retreating back to the old god that he liked so well.
Yeah.
But he has no priest, so he needs a priest thing. He needs a god that can guide him with a stronger hand. He needs a show of force that's more magical than that weird frog lady could get.
Oh, I could always set fire to a hut to prove Nethys's might.
Ooh, we do have the ability to produce a big shiny illusion.
True. Oh.
Think that would be impressive enough?
It would depend on what the illusion is. Thing.
Yes?
Roll me knowledge religion or something.
Okay. It's that one that fell off my...
Or knowledge planes if it's more appropriate.
I'm hoping religion will be more appropriate. Although it's only 1 point difference.
It's all important thing.
25!
Getting there.
You recall that other than Boggards, one of Golgunta's associated creatures is the dreaded Froghemoth.
Froghemoth? Ooh.
So, what? The Frogamoth. Like a big frog beast.
One of those, or there's also the, how do you say it, Hezro demons? The ones that look like giant frogs?
The big mouths.
Yeah.
So if Masaki was to make a major illusion of a giant froggy demon that appeared and was struck down by Nethys's flaming fury...
Awesomeness, yeah.
If you want to do it aggressively,
I
depending...
get the impression he's the only one. That's all he'll ever understand.
He's been somewhat understanding just talking. He just hasn't seen the reason.
What we need is for Solgesh to do it.
It's possible if you just had one of them represent some sort of reverence or deference to Nethys, it could sway his opinion. Similar to how you started with Nethys being something of an ally to Zeb Gavazeb.
And kind of usurp him.
Yeah. Masaki, are you up to trying to craft a illusion of...
Sounds like fun.
So if we summon something like that and then we send Solgesh over to present his things of chieftainship, and the thing kind of bows down and worships him, and then
Just do a little chant.
Solgesh is like totem or something. We could say, like, go and present him with your totem that you only present to when you have to, kind of thing.
The totem you only bring out in private. Oh,
Dance of the Three Snakes.
So once only kind of deal.
What are the 3 shells for?
Wiping
your bottom.
Yeah.
So what do we think? We can summon a big beastie that's supposedly to do with this frog god, and then we could have Solgesh go and confront it and have it kind of give up to Nethys's power, and then we can say, aha, Solgesh is a true follower of Nethys. Look at how your god quivers and shakes in front of him.
That Sounds...
He be Nethys's bitch. You better do what he says. Perhaps you need to get yourself a cleric of Nethys as well to lead your sorry ass and work with the troglodytes to have a happy time. Get worshipping, or else we'll burn the crap out of you all.
Is Major Image flexible enough to do all that?
I think it can be pretty well controlled, to be honest, and it's pretty accurate as long as nobody pokes at it.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And I don't think if it's good enough, nobody's going to poke at it. Are you good enough to explain what a Froghemoth looks like?
I can try to explain that to Misaki.
Go for it.
Because the illusion's only as good as she makes it.
Yeah.
That
Or she has a big...
A Froghemoth is actually technically knowledge engineering, I think.
Okay.
Well, the question is, will these things have seen one?
Probably at least heard legends.
Well, that's the thing. As long as it's close enough.
I mean, I think they probably would have heard. I mean, it is kind of their thing. This is kind of the land for it.
Right.
There may have been pictures on the cave somewhere of a Froghemoth or something like that once upon a time, if not one of them having seen it once hunting or something like that.
So as accurate as their cave drawings or mushroom-induced hallucinations would...
So does Misaki have knowledge engineering?
No.
Okay.
I do have local and nature, though.
Let's try nature. Nature seems somewhat appropriate. Let's see what you can do with nature.
Big frog demon, please.
And Gary can help out on this. Gary can roll to assist.
I will try to assist to 15.
So you get a +2 on this.
Hang on 1 second. So mine is +10, and then another +2.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Fairly confident you can make a Froghemoth, however you say that.
I don't know.
That would be somewhat convincing, if not accurate.
Just
Froggy's going a courting.
I guess you could have it come out of the lake or something, couldn't you? Or do you want it to come down from on top? Where does it come from?
Yeah, we probably don't want anywhere they're going to be swimming or anything. But
They're poking at it.
yeah.
You could have it come up that path from the cave, perhaps. To the southwest. Have it come from down there, and then it'll kind of be coming from where that statue is in the cave.
That would work.
Like it's being sent as an avatar. You better prepare Solgesh as well,
Yeah.
Finster.
Solgesh, stay calm and play along.
Play along.
Just tell him Nethys is about to send something that he's got to present his whatever's at.
We're going to ask Nethys to bring a sign to show his might and the might of you being one of his new champions to the Boggards.
Yes.
It's going to be big.
And
Probably be a big beastie that you'll have to face down.
Tell him not to hit it.
Don't hit it, just show it your might.
Well, I think he can hit it, can't he?
If you expected it as part of the illusion, Misaki can have it act appropriately.
Sure.
Yeah, you're right. He could hit it with his staff of office, and it could in an appropriate messy green splosh.
No sploshing.
Splosh. All right, let's do this thing. Let's scare these frog people. You know, this is exactly what anthropologists don't do, isn't it?
Yes. we have no prime directive.
Feel our power of awesomeness. We are messing with your tiny, primitive civilization.
But we're messing with their culture in a good way.
That's right, we're doing it for the greater good. That's right. It's either that or we kill them all, so, it's for their own good, right?
It's always for the greater good.
It's funny.
I love it. This is exactly what anthropologists don't do.
So, I'm summoning the Froghemoth.
Froggermoth!
I am led to believe that froggermoths are big beasties.
That look like frogs. What does a froggermoth look like? Do you have a picture?
It has many arms like tentacles and more than the average set of eyes, I believe.
I'm guessing by the fact that it's a hemoth, it's also massive.
Breathing fire.
If you
Oh,
look
yeah.
in the top corner,
Ah,
Would
yes.
you like me to read out the description?
Holy crap!
Yeah, it's one of them.
Go get it, Solgesh.
It's an aberration.
Ew, it's got like a weird haircut.
It's
it
immense.
has 3 eyes on an eye stalk.
Yep. Immense, three-eyed, frog-like creature.
What's
Really
its,
powerful.
what's its size category?
It's huge.
That's not too bad.
Ooh, here's a really nasty looking one.
Oh.
How many pictures of froggermoths do you have? Yeah, that's too small. Oh, that's pretty gribbly, actually. So what we're saying is there's kind of a general consensus that they kind of look like that.
Yeah.
And that's huge, right?
It's huge.
Okay, so it's coming down the...
I'm pretty sure you can make huge at this level, no?
Yeah, yeah, I think you can.
It's a pretty big area it'll cover, if I remember right.
Yeah. No, I'm sure this is well within the realms of a major...
Oh, yeah,
image.
damn right. Major Image is a good spell.
So, as Misaki concentrate, everyone is aware of the sound of slithering, stomping feet heading towards this direction. A gurgling, croaking noise issuing from it.
Holy
'Cause
crap.
It's a major image and all sorts of senses active.
Solgesh, go forth as this is champion and confront this.
The boggards immediately kind of just prostrate themselves among the swamp and stuff. Except for Daghop, who kind of is very curious about this and seems rather angry or tense as Solgesh moves forward, but Solgesh, looking somewhat nervous, all the same obeys the command, trusting in Nethys, walks
Knight of
towards...
Nethys, go with you.
Misaki, what are you having the creature do?
Well, I don't want it to be overly threatening, and I want it to look like it's been summoned and is vaguely controlled by Solgesh.
No, you want it to look like it's as an avatar rather than a ravening beast, I think, is the idea, right?
So, what, like floating?
No, it's fine, just bobbling along, because it is the avatar of their demon god. But rather than it just kind of ravaging around, it needs to be...
Well, you could have it like glowing.
Yeah, you could have it like a fiendish-looking one or something.
Okay.
With,
Well,
like,
yeah,
pointy
with
claws.
like
Slightly.
fire dripping from its mouth or something.
Yeah, like wisps of smoke and all of that business, smell of brimstone.
Okay, so even less earthly than...
Yeah, it's clearly the chosen avatar of their creepy god.
Oh, okay.
So Solgesh is now going to face it down and bop it one, or do whatever he needs to do.
Okay.
And we can have an involved something, and then Solgesh wins.
Make it, make it prostrate or...
Make it interesting.
So
Misaki
Solgesh is currently kind of moving up with an intent to kind of strike it.
That's a good thing. Let's see how that goes.
With the might of Nethys.
Perhaps we can have it cower or something.
So how does Misaki have it react to the first strike?
I don't think I would have it cower. I don't think that cowering is something that an avatar would do.
Maybe not.
But flicker,
Ooh.
maybe, and like weaken,
I like that.
less obvious and less powerful, less intimidating, maybe, and like smaller.
Like Solgesh is pulling the energy out of it.
Yeah.
Like sucking away its magical power.
Yeah.
Sucking up its juju.
Okay.
Suck that juju.
Like
Upon seeing this, Daghop is going to approach. He has his weapon. He seems to be heading towards Solgesh.
I will head behind Daghop to be sure there's no interference of any particular bad nature. Like, no backstabbing of Solgesh.
But maybe we should
Misaki, how would you like it to react to the approach of Daghop in this situation? Daghop seems somewhat intent on hurting what he believes is hurting his
deity's
That's
avatar.
good. Maybe we should let that kind of play out.
Let him try and hurt Solgesh. I think he could probably take Solgesh.
What if he does hurt Solgesh? Can't let that happen.
Did I misunderstand or mishear? I thought Lockhart said that it looked like he was going to come along and protect Solgash from the
No.
avatar.
No.
He's going to try and hurt Solgesh.
He
Oh,
wants to
okay.
protect the avatar from Solgesh.
Oh, okay.
He's confused and unsure, but he's going with his gut instinct on it at the moment.
Gary, tell him to leave it alone.
Well, if he gets close enough to the avatar will react by kind of lunging forward, getting bright and big and scary, and
Perhaps it could make a big roar at him to kind of tell him to back off. This is like, make that whole, this is my fight, leave him alone. This is between you, him, and me. You can do that with body language.
Do not interfere in the battles of the gods.
I want to ask for a check, but I can't think of anything that would be hugely appropriate because it's weird illusion stuff.
Weird illusions.
And of course we have bugger all acting skills.
Does Misaki have a decent bluff check?
I have an 8.
Roll me a bluff check. Let's see if you can.
Do it. Frog him off, bluffing. Frog him off.
22.
Oh yes, that's enough. Daghoff seems very much what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever. He backs off. He seems a bit more humble at this approach and kind of is standing back, curious and just watching this strange event.
I'll stand by him. My hands are behind my back, but in a non-threatening fashion.
He's not particularly noticing you, but
That's fine. I'll just be around, not particularly going to punch him in the face, not being aggressive.
Some of the other Boggards that are out are all prostrated still.
they kind of got up. They've probably moved a bit closer, watching from a distance. Essentially, kind of trying to see exactly, following the leader, as it were. But they're still roughly around the campfire. So Solgesh continues his attack then. How does Illusion Frogamoth respond?
Illusion.
Once Daghop has backed off, he will focus
Figurative. But yeah.
focus back on Solgesh, and every time that he is struck by his weapon, he will seemingly kind of metaphorically stagger underneath it, like with the flickering and the weakening and the fading out, and his noises all get quieter. And
I like that. Is he just going to kind of vanish back to his plane of origin eventually?
it's a big Amdram.
Like a hammy. It's like a hammy banishment. I like that. So you're like banishing their god and replacing it with Nethys.
Maybe just another bluff check. Convincing battle, as it were.
Come on!
I like the idea of using bluff for illusion. It seems.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
And I can narrate in Boggard.
Yeah.
That might be good. So what is? Are you going to say anything in Boggard? Because
Yeah, you could add. You could
because
add her here.
probably at this point Solgish is saying a whole bunch of things in Draconic for the might of Nethys and et cetera.
Translate.
Yes.
That's all you need to do.
Yes, translate how the champion of Nethys and his might is banish the forces of,
Gribbly frog god.
or overcoming the forces of, what's his face, or
What's he
I've
called?
got to reorganize my notes. Golganta,
Golgunta. Golgunta.
Sounds like a travel agency or something.
Sounds like a character in Star Wars, is what it sounds like. It's one of those. It's one of those Gungan guys.
Yeah. Okay. So you're narrating. Okay, and eventually, it fades away. Solgish stands victorious without a scratch, and Nagakop is just kind of
standing there a bit in awe. Not quite sure what to think anymore.
Get in there, Gary! Monopolize!
We'll cheer and be
Arrgh!
like, woohoo!
The troglodytes essentially are more or less like banging their feet against the ground and sort of a battle hiss song thing.
I like that. In the black and white war paint.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I like that. I will shake Sulgash's hand heartily and bring him back to the fire.
The might which Nethys imbues its champions.
Solgash is like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, just go along with it, dude. It's all smoke and mirrors.
Solgash gains a level from fighting illusionary Ragamuff.
And his heart grew 3 sizes.
Oh, that's funny.
Eventually, Daghop heads back to the fire and sits down.
It was very brave of you, Daghop, to go to help your fellow tribe
Swamp
leader.
dweller.
Swamp dweller.
Not many leaders would have done that. It's very impressive.
Translate that, Gary.
Yes.
Ribbit,
That's what Mitake says.
ribbit, ribbit, blah, 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 ribbit.
Daghop seems, again, newly thoughtful. And he says, I had a request before we continue these talks of peace and truce. You, he says, pointing towards Gary, will pick one Boggard to study this Nethys.
Uh-huh.
If you can train and this Nethys gives us priest, maybe we talk more of peace.
Sounds good. Maybe we do that. So now I think we need to do the same with the troglodytes. So we need to take one of them, train one of each, and build a little Nethys temple in between them.
How long would it take for an oracle to train a Nethys?
You do have knowledge religion.
Yeah.
And he is your god, isn't he? He's the source of your oracular power.
He is.
So you should know a bit about him, you would think. I mean, if you hadn't bothered getting knowledge religion, then I would say you probably might.
This is the, of course, interesting thing of how long does it take to turn from a regular person into an adept or cleric?
Well, I guess as part of it, we also need to teach them common,
Well,
so that they can talk to each other.
Oracles can happen almost instantly, but that requires a little more intervention.
I think it'll possibly depend on some checks, and how long it'll take, as well as possibly if there's any other activities you wish to do to potentially increase.
I think we need to build a
or-
holy place.
Yes.
Holy.
Do you have consecrate?
No.
You suck.
You like saying that, don't you? I have
Yes.
less, but
It's not good enough. What level's consecrate? Oh, you're not going to learn it because you're an instantaneous caster,
yeah.
and it's basically a waste of your time.
Daghop will at least reassure you that while the priest is in training, he will make no attack against the troglodytes, and they may share the land in between.
Are we in any particular time hurry here?
Not that you know of.
Although,
So why
Yeah.
don't we have a montage where we train some priests and build a shrine or a little temple?
yeah, I mean, if the Grey Maidens are in there and coming out or whatever, we, might need to break off the.
Yeah, but until then, we may as well get to our tribal unioning.
We've got what 28 days or 24 days till the boat comes by again.
We could always walk back.
Yeah.
Be a good way to figure out the trade route.
That is true. And the terrors of the fen swamps. Mush fens.
The trade route was always more so a troglodyte heading on the outskirts of
Yeah, I
Lush
think.
Fens. But
Yes, I think that was the plan. But we've got to have some kind of trade post there, haven't we? But just following the route back to the city to see where they're going might be nice.
least a dry cave to store the herbs in and stuff. Yeah.
So then, montage-wise,
Acceptable. Yeah.
You get to use Ultimate Campaign here.
yeah. It's difficult because you guys don't really have any resources, so we're just kind of
Oh yeah, you're right.
we go a bit along with it.
Hey, we have a bunch of troglodytes and a bunch of boggards and some twigs and swamp material.
It's true.
If we level, I could get stone shape.
Are you essentially what sort of area are you going to pick for this shrine to Nethys then?
What's in the middle of them here? Oh, there's that. There's the cave where the Hydra used to live. Is that?
Yeah.
That cave. It is much closer to the troglodytes.
So we probably want something near the. There's no like thing in the lake or whatever.
Hey, we have a dead Hydra to adorn the shrine with. That's pretty magically.
I think quite a bit of that was Eden.
Oh, yeah.
Although if there's a skeleton, I could use the scroll of raised dead on it.
Don't do it. Watching you, Gary.
I suppose probably the one thing is if you look at the map, kind of that the corner of the beach maybe is kind of centerish.
I'm looking at the map. Hold on. Where's the map? Map. Oh,
So is these the Troll's Cave? I mean the Troglodyte Cave?
It is a trog. Where that little trail leading from the trogs ends is where the Hydra Cave is.
Okay.
So they were already west of Lake Gallos. Their whole settlement is west of Lake Gallos.
Yes. But he's saying that they could not hunt west of it.
So they'd have to move their settlement.
No, they just be allowed to live there. They just be able to hunt there.
Okay. So how about you're right. Maybe near the beach there, near by the water.
Yeah, on the lagoon side or on the.
Well, see where the beach comes in.
Mm-hmm.
That big beach. How about like the northeast corner of that big beach, just where it comes up near the river?
Near Slug Creek.
It's kind of right directly between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could probably get some sort of a shelter put together there. At least the Boggards know apparently how to build huts.
Well, we can do something. I'm sure some of us have got survival. We can just take some time and build something reasonable. You got architecture engineering, haven't you?
He's probably going to be busy trying to tutor the priests at this point.
I have
Well,
survival.
we can build something. A shrine can't be that hard to build.
I was such a thing. It's like one of those little beach restaurant things almost. It's like just this little
Like a tiki hut.
Yeah, I have some minor knowledge engineering, so I might be able to drop some plans that won't fall down.
Yeah, we'll manage. I mean, between us, I think we can. Well, Boggarts look like they're good at building huts, so we can probably do something. We'll start gathering materials.
They can learn the powers of teamwork.
That's right, and we're going to try and get them all involved and all learn in common.
So what type of folks are you going to pick for the first priest then?
Priests, the wisest of the troglodytes and boggards.
You're going to do interviews. You're doing interviews.
But probably none, at least to the boggards, we don't want to, or the troglodytes, we probably don't want any of the hardcore people that were holding on to their old god, probably.
There wasn't really anyone from the troglodytes holding onto the old god so much as they just did not really like the boggards for killing their kids.
Okay.
So you probably don't want to pick that chick we rescued.
Yeah.
Although maybe you do.
Yeah, we'll see if there's volunteers first, and if not, I'll...
Volunteers.
Well, I mean,
I think we need to pick. That would be wiser.
If there's a pool of people that are interested in
on
learning
the Boggard side, you have the regular folks, and you have his wives generally, or Daghop himself. But typically, it's best to share power instead of having both a chief and a priest in one.
Yeah, you have like a religious leader and the guy who looks after the village and the war stuff.
Oh, now would it be wise to choose one of his wives, or would that be? They're probably smarter than the average Boggard or troll. Yeah, Boggard.
Why doesn't Gary do a couple of interviews and figure it out? Ask them some questions. Well, you could ask them some like esoteric religious type questions, and they could have a chat, see which ones are kind of geared towards that kind of thinking. Because I would say that
Aptitude assessment.
Nethys is a little more complicated than let's worship the brutal frog god. There's a little more esoteric theory going on. Do any of them have any magical talent, all that sort of stuff?
Not in particular.
Well, Gary, do they only have an interest? Was Mummy and Daddy a wizard? You know, that kind of stuff. Let Gary filter through them.
Go to Hogwarts.
The wives do seem to have the most interest because among the Boggards, the brood mother itself was a somewhat religious position before.
So it's kind
typically a female one.
It's traditionally a girl's job.
Well, I mean, the priest one could be either or, but there was essentially there was priest, or shaman apprentices, and brood mother.
Right.
So they lost the priest and the apprentices, and the brood mother was Mama Babala, but she wasn't quite able to cast spells yet.
In her rangerness.
So suffice to say, if there's anyone closer to being clericy, it would be one of the females purely based on that.
So interview them and pick one thing.
They've probably got the better, less time spent doing hunting and all the other stuff.
Maybe they're the big...
technically they spend quite a bit of time doing gathering and stuff.
Hmm.
See, I know my anthropology.
Very good.
Yes, among the three wives, eeny, meeny, or miny.
So pick the one that you have a chat about gods and religion. Pick the one that seems the most interested and able.
Yeah.
Make me a sense motive check.
Oh, crap.
You not got that thing.
Which one wants the most power? Sense motive. I have a rank in it.
Better than no
and
ranks.
some bonuses.
That's a good thing. That's not terrible.
You find one who seems to be relatively interested in it.
Excellent. Welcome aboard.
Should we name them? I don't know. I can't think of Boggard names. What should the name of the Boggard priestess be then?
Shabulba.
Sabulba.
Bulba?
What was that, love?
Humphrey.
Humphrey.
Priestess Humphrey. I dub the MC Humpsalot.
That's so funny. Humphrey.
All right. Priestess Humphrey.
It translates as Humphrey. I like that.
Humphrey Boggard.
Humphrey Boggard.
Oh, she is the witty one.
Low ass.
That was very funny, Humphrey Boggard.
I had to.
I'm
really
waiting. As
spell
soon
that
as this
out.
goes live, I want any artist on the site to draw me Humphrey Boggard. We can have an art off.
Then we can have the Maltese Masaki.
I'm curious. What is the average wisdom and intelligence of some of these things? Can the average one be capable of becoming a priest?
It's a good question.
That could put a kink in your
True.
negotiations here.
Unless they end up an oracle.
Hey, both of them have a minimum wisdom of 11.
It's good enough. They might not be
Start.
great priests. Yeah.
Do any of the
They can
Trogs
learn.
have decent
Trogs?
enough?
Trogs have minimum wisdom of 11 too.
Oh,
So we're good. Pick a good trog.
So for the Trogs, you have one of the sick ones, one of the ones previous who had been strong, or Sulgesh's wife.
well, I guess if we have the wife of the Boggard priest, or
That's true.
chief,
That's
the wife
fairness.
of
That's
the
fair.
Trog
Chief.
knight keeps all the hail and whole ones for.
Keeps it fair. For building the shrine.
Was it Azurish?
Something like that.
Azaresh, something like that.
Azarish.
If she is willing and
Azarish.
interested in.
Well, she's certainly, if it's a Boggart chief's wife doing it, she's not going to back down from it.
Good, good.
And then.
So what are the tasks we're trying to do here? That we need a temple, we need Gary to teach, and there's some talk of forming a common language.
I would
So,
suggest that
who
common
is-
is the whatever language we all speak as common is probably the one to try and teach them.
Well, you could always just try and someone using a linguistics check to create a pidgin language between them.
Well, but I mean, if we're going to do trade and stuff, common is useful. Then they can at least talk to the humans.
It might
that
not
come
be
by.
expedient though.
Yeah. Of course, I'm the only one that speaks Boggard and Draconic, I think.
Misaki does have linguistics though, doesn't she?
That's true. She could probably work it out. She's smart.
How's your linguistics, Misaki?
Currently, my linguistics is number 12.
A plus 12 bonus?
Yeah.
You've probably picked up a pigeon tongue of both already during this. Let's see, what is it to just kind of start understanding language?
Ba-ba!
Linguistics.
Just a second. I'll be back in a second.
Okay. Everybody went quiet because things gone. We're all just empty without him.
It's mostly about talking, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure with that yeah, you could. Misaki could be the one assisting in creating a pigeon tongue if that was so desired.
I'm always the one.
And then of course you would get that as a bonus language: Pigeon, Draconic, Boggard, or Bogonic.
Bogonic. Bogladite.
Hooked on me Boggards.
Misaki could be the creator of the Bogladite tongue.
I like that. Or the Trogard dialect.
Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense, honestly, from a linguistic standpoint. I think there's all sorts of dialects here and there. And
The dialect can't be that dissimilar. They live in a similar place. They do similar stuff. They can't be that far apart to start with, surely.
They probably at least have enough common terms to trade insults. Or
Yeah, and they've lived near each other, so they probably picked up some of it. Even if it's stop hitting me with that.
And of course, not the face, not the face.
Of course, the problem is that yeah. Unfortunately, it is pretty clear that they only know the language. Oh, the one exception was Uglo did know common.
Oh, of course.
That's so he could insult us, right?
Yes.
Stupid humans.
So, does Misaki want to work on that during this time then?
I can.
Good, let's do that.
And Nervor can lead the work gangs.
And I can lift things with my big muscles.
And Bruins will assist. So,
Need a montage.
montage. Let's do some skill checks. Let's do some skill checks here.
Montage.
Let's say at the most it'll take you guys a week. You need 4 out of 7 successes to complete these tasks and ensure the peace between the two tribes.
Peace.
We're bound.
Yeah. Let's find out how that goes. Okay.
So who do you want to do first?
Let's see how the religious teachings go, shall we?
Okay, so Thing.
Mm-hmm.
Linz, what are you doing with Dropbox?
Sorry, I'm trying to organize something.
That's fine. I just see like 36 files have moved in your Dropbox. 109 files have moved. It's fine.
Sorry.
It's alright. I just get pop-ups all the time.
So Thing, I want you
Yes.
to make me knowledge religion checks to do a crash course instant make a cleric DC.
Ah! Hey, then we can all listen and we can all have a level of cleric, right?
Yeah, no.
Yes, and this is totally one of those situations where I can abuse that cantrip, right?
Which one?
Guidance, yeah. Week-long cast of guidance.
Actually, you are technically trying to connect people with Nethys, so I don't see that's a disadvantage.
We'll say guidance will work as a demonstrative spell that you're trying to teach to and all that.
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
you're going to teach them cantrips, haven't you? Orisons.
Excellent.
Excuse me, orisons.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be funny? They'll be better casters than you because they'll have access to the full clerical list.
They don't have to know that.
Oh,
30.
nice. 30.
The first
Feel your-
day is making good progress.
Feel your holy powers.
Even though there's the occasional "you smashed my eggs, you're a stinking lizard" conversation, you're able to overcome it with just the raw knowledge of Nethys.
Feel my religious power. It's nothing a few statues can't cure.
So let's see, next day.
Next day. 31!
More
Well,
of the
I'm in a
same.
groove.
Are they clerics yet? We need to get them out running on the beach and like running up steps and stuff to get their levels up.
They're starting to have memorizing the doctrine. Really seem to be getting it.
Feel the burn.
Not quite in tune yet, though.
Feel the burn. I like that. It's probably the worst thing for Nethys, isn't it? Feel the burn.
Well, it's not a big selling point, but...
No.
Oh,
You
bad
suck.
third day.
This day is a major stalling point. As one of them, the Boggards seem to want to concentrate only on the destructive side, and the Troglodyte wants is only on the defensive side. We don't get much done today.
Go on, Thinkster.
Oh, learn!
Still 2 for 3.
2 for 4.
I just can't get over this crucial duality of Nethys. How he's both at once.
Day 5.
Come on, Thing. Hey! That's
27. Not as stellar as the first
And
couple days.
suddenly
But
a breakthrough.
Breakthrough!
They realize that if one of them does concentrate on one side and one of them concentrates on the other, they will still be doing Nethys by being both at the same time.
That's interesting.
Yes.
So then the Boggards can come over and ass-rip the Troglodytes with all their offensive power.
Trogs can defend themselves off of the...
And throw rocks back.
Yes.
Something like that.
Day 6, I believe.
Go on, Thing. One more. Yeah!
28.
And they're starting to pray and receive spells. It's only little orisons at first, but they've got it.
Hey!
Yay!
You made
6
baby
days.
clerics. And on the 7th day, Gary rested.
Is there experiencing for crafting cleric?
You guys will get experience for this, don't worry.
Craft cleric. I like that. It's a new skill you can take.
Jing, jing, jing.
Let's have a whole little army of them.
Who's next?
What are we doing? Linz, do you want to go next?
Sure.
Alright.
Didn't I do all my whizzy bang stuff already?
Whizzy bang!
Now you're just trying to connect a few Boggards and Troglodytes in the same room and have them learn each other's languages, kind of.
Oh, I'll use a stick in the sand and pictograms.
Nice. Pictograms, awesome.
And you'll like bring items in and you'll be like, this is one of these.
And I will use metaphor just to make it really fucking difficult to understand.
Right, and we'll have long conversations about grammar.
Only-
Sentence diagramming.
Arms open wide at Targaryen by the water.
Oh, you mean that whole Star Trek episode you watched like the weekend?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Boggard and
Yeah.
Tanagra.
That's it, Tanagra. Stupidest episode ever.
Yeah. If it would assist, I could, in part of my examples of clerical wilderness, I could cast comprehend languages on Misaki.
You have that.
That
Oh,
might
yeah.
be that would probably make this a lot easier. Yes.
You have comprehend language. And
Yeah.
we've been sat here having you translate all this time.
Well, it doesn't let you speak. You can just hear.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
But
we
you
trust
can cast it on them.
Oh, limited number of them,
or
probably.
you could cast it on both parties, right? And then they can talk to each other.
I only have so many castings that I can do a day.
9 or something ridiculous.
6.
There you go.
Oh, no,
So
sorry. 8.
So Gary wanders by, fires up the classroom with comprehend language, and goes about his business.
Yeah, he'll probably cast comprehend language every so often on Misaki then. So we'll need linguistics check from Misaki.
Ah, Masaki.
Linguistics.
Yeah, so it'll last an hour.
Linguistics.
Linguistics is number 12.
Number 12.
Use your fancy tongue speak.
Ah.
Please don't ever do that again, huh?
Ah.
14.
Well,
was
they
stunning.
know how to insult each other.
It's a good start.
That's how all language learning starts.
It's true.
Yeah, yeah.
You always learn the bad words first.
That's right.
Yes. Then they'll learn how to write poetry and try and get in each other's pants.
Alright, then you start to be able to
No.
learn how to
Like
tell
I said,
what
the next
sport to play.
then the next thing is where is the bathroom?
Yeah.
Where is the train station? And then we'll have the thing where we talk about the food in the restaurant.
Oh, come on. When I took French, we didn't even learn how to ask where the bathroom was during the first quarter. We just learned my pencil is big and yellow.
Where is the discotheque?
My pencil is big and yellow.
Yes.
Wo ist das Bibliothek?
And obviously the response to my pencil is big and yellow is I have a cream for that.
¿Dónde está Casa de Pepe?
What?
¿Dónde está Casa de Pepe?
What the hell is that?
Where is the house of Pepe?
Oh, okay, very good.
All right. The second day. Misaki, how well do you do on this day?
Come on, Misaki, let's see how we do.
Oh, my computer just decided it was going to check for updates. Hang on.
Let's get linguistic.
Cancel. Go away.
So the giant frogs are basically pets or something. Or
Hey! 31. Now they're getting into conjugating verbs.
You're starting to focus on common things that they both hate. Brief
That-
claw attacks.
That witch.
The witch. It's a good day. They're starting to learn more than just insults for each other. They're learning insults for other things.
Like reef claw attacks.
there's good eating on those.
There is, but they'll chop you to bits first.
And they won't stop fighting even when they're dead.
That's pretty terrible. They were hardcore.
If we didn't have that poison immunity, it would have been really nasty.
All right, let's have next day, third day.
Me again?
You again.
We're gonna be rolling a couple of these.
Big numbers.
No Emmys.
Hey,
31 again. They're totally fluent. They're now writing arias.
they're rather hungry today, so you get to focus on food and stuff, and how to capture it, and prepare it, and all those other different things.
Huzzah.
Boggard. The language is forming.
Language is forming.
I like that.
Now you'll just have to teach the traders in the city how to speak Boggard.
It's a start. I'm sure there's some
Hey.
common in there somewhere.
Right. And day 4. Day 4.
28.
Hey,
It's very good. They're starting to just use regular Troggard words in their everyday activities.
Troggard words.
It's
Ribbit.
catching on.
Hiss, ribbit.
Ribbit.
It's funny.
They're able to have like brief monosyllabic sentence conversations with each other.
It's a good thing.
They're starting to put us out of
food.
it. It's a bad
Food is there. Food needs cooking. Wait, that's not monosyllabate.
Food humped away.
All right, day 5.
24.
And you have succeeded in creating and roughly spreading and teaching the Troggard language. And of
Troggard.
course, learning it yourself. You may
Nice.
add Troggard to your list of
Troggard.
languages known.
Pigeon Troggard. I like that.
I get what?
Troggard.
Troggard.
Unless you want to call it Boggardite.
Which one are we going for, people?
Well, I mean, you're the one creating it, so you can kind of name it.
Ooh. How exciting.
Boggledish.
Bogladish.
Troggard. Bogladite.
Troggard.
Bogladite.
Bogladite. So it's the Bogladite tongue. That's
Yep.
funny.
Linguistic. Bogladite.
Bogladite. That's funny.
How do we spell it, do you think?
Bog. B-O-G-G.
Yeah.
Ladite.
Luddite or leadite?
L-O-D-Y-T-E.
Yeah, like the end of troglodyte. Boglodite. That's funny. Nice for having an effect on this place. Feels like we're playing Kingmaker.
Yeah, wait till the next people come exploring this jungle. It's like,
What the fuck are those frog people doing?
and why are they casting spells at us?
That's right.
And of course, as they reach the higher levels and gain access to transmutation magic, the blending of the species.
That's pretty terrifying.
I'm totally texting Nick and telling him that I've just
I
invented
made
a
a
whole language.
made it a whole language. It's funny.
All right. So now, okay. So
Nearmore's building program.
Nearmore's building program.
How's that going? My skills in building are probably small.
So this would be. It's not going to be difficult, but profession builder is really the most appropriate thing here.
I have no profession skills at all.
I
It is
can use
based
all
off-
profession
it is
skills
based
I'm
off
trained.
wisdom, though.
It
Should
does.
have-
I have a +4 in wisdom.
Like it's not going to be a high DC. Or probably I say a 12. Basic
Okay.
shock.
Then I'm rolling against a 4.
So the 8s are better.
Huh? I will speak to Gary in the evenings regarding engineering and the like, in order to get advice. Okay.
Oh yes, I spent a summer as a builder.
Yes, of course you did. 16.
All right. First day construction is going well.
We're clearing the site.
You're clearing the site, gathering materials,
Moving out the snakes.
moving out snakes.
It's good eating on them.
Well, we'll put them in a sack, but, you know, we don't want them in the temple.
All right. Second day.
Can I add a new language to my character sheet then?
Yes.
10.
You can have the Boggart language.
Boglodite. 10.
Unfortunately, there's a little bit of work that needs to be redone, as you did not quite anticipate exactly how high the tide does come in.
Nice. And all the snakes moved back in, and we had to scale them back out.
Snakes move back in.
Yeah.
So you got introduced the gorillas to eat the snakes.
That's right.
So day 3.
6. Feel my ability to build terrible shrines.
Don't move it over the quicksand.
Unfortunately, there is a lack of available labor today. So many of them are just interested in learning how to insult each other in both tongues.
Stop stealing my workforce.
Say I'm good. I'm so good. I'm teaching them in sign language too.
That's
You're
funny.
having difficulty getting them to really work on this.
Slackers.
Tactical Boglardites.
6! This is a failure.
You suck.
No.
My fault. You guys have skills. What about who the hell takes skills in building? Come on, seriously. Look, I'm probably strong enough to build this on my own, but you know we're trying to get them together.
The Boglardite language is really catching on.
Nice. Thank you, Misaki.
Your fervor for having the building, not so much. Ah. Now that they've kind of have a handle on it, they're getting a bit more interested in doing some work together.
Good.
It seems their work ethic is improving somewhat, as they seem to be speaking a similar language and bonding slightly.
That's funny. And kind of terrifying.
So what are we on, day 6?
5, I think.
No, I think it's 6.
Maybe it's 5.
That was just 21 was 5. You start with a 16.
1, 2, 3. Oh, you're right. I did 5. Yeah, you're right. I can't count apparently.
2 more
22.
successes. Ooh.
All right.
That's better day.
It's getting structured. There's a basic structure there.
I've no idea what a shrine to Nethys should look like, so
Yeah,
it may end up looking slightly Saran Ray-ish or whatever. And the sun comes in over here, and Nethys likes that.
Yes. Now it's getting to the point where now you need to make it shrine-like.
Okay, so we need to put like some. We need to put some kind of reliquary in it. Stuffed.
So day 7.
24, natural.
There
20.
we go. It actually looks something like Nethys. Once again, you kind of remember there was something about 2 colors and stuff.
Let's paint it. Boggards, paint that side. Troglodytes, paint that side.
And the finger bones of the saint. I mean, oh.
And you have created in 7 days a workable small shrine to Nethys with little resting quarters and whatnot for the priests.
Ha! What do you think, Gary?
Excellent. You've done your god proud.
Now, let's say
Sure.
for Brunsk, as you're not paying him to do nothing.
Oh, little bastard. It's going to take like a week's worth of money from us for this.
However, he's assisting in his own way by gathering food, as many of them are occupied by learning languages, or priest training, or building the structure instead of hunting and gathering.
Maybe you can find another one of those hydras. There was good eating on that one.
Told you guys should have kept it alive.
Yeah, we could have trained it.
So his survival checks. So what are we thinking here? 15, 20? 20 to get food for more people-ish?
Maybe. I don't know what sort of survival works.
But it's in a plentiful region.
Yeah, there's plenty of food here.
And far less mouths to feed amongst the boggards, at least.
It's true. So we'll say a 15 then, because mostly it's just doing the manpower of it instead of...
Well, perhaps you could get clever and start things like lobster pots and stuff like that you throw out every day and leave.
Unfortunately, he's not that clever.
Oh.
Reef claw pots.
That's right.
Hey, first day he's gathering food for everyone.
Yay!
27's pretty good.
They're enjoying this. Lets them work hard that first day. Here's the real reason why they weren't that interested.
No, they're starving to death.
They were a bit hungry that day, and they also had to go out and do some extra hunting.
Learning Boglardite.
Third day, he's able to help feed some more mouths.
The local animals are beginning to fear Brunsk. Well, the local animals are beginning to fear Brunsk.
As is the party fund, apparently.
As he's hitting down various creatures with his shield and then just kind of carrying them like a plate to the tribes.
Bash.
Alright, that's another success. Not quite as much, but they're busy with other things. They appreciate any extra food. He's found some bugs for the Boggards. They like that.
Boggards.
And there we go. More food for them. It's all good. The nice shared communal meals he's preparing. More bonding. So, by 7 days, which will be 540 gold pieces.
Isn't it 60 a piece? 420?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So for
Anti-fund is paying, hang on, 420?
yeah, 420. I was thinking 9, not 7.
Don't do that.
We better find some real treasure when we get into the latest light.
I agree. 420.
But you have indeed made peace between it. Regardless
Yay!
of anything, while there is some official talks, at this point they have bonded somewhat, and there are equal clerics on both sides, and they're rather converted to the religion and seem to be willing to work things out on their own now.
Are Daghop and Solgesh able to talk to each other?
They are.
That's
Also
a good thing.
because they know Boggard.
Boggard, that's right. It's not quite something I thought we'd be doing, to be honest.
Yeah. Are we going to want to just go straight through the tunnels, or do we want to check out the Ladies' Light above ground first?
I guess we could wander by it one day, have a party and wander over. Is it worth looking at? Is it just a big statue? Or are you thinking there's going to be an entrance there?
Well, I mean, nobody's found one, so we might just want to go through the tunnels.
Is it above ground? Is it on the headland?
Yeah, you can walk to it. The main thing is the Boggards and the Troglodytes, they largely consider it a haunted area and don't head by.
Right.
So no one's really been there or searched around for entrance. So there could very well be one for all you know. But they would tell you that, as far as you know, the Grey Maidens, for example, weren't able to find one and went through the tunnels instead.
So maybe we just go through the tunnels as a guaranteed entrance.
Yeah.
Can we talk to Daghop about these things that the goo is supposed to repel?
Yes.
So Gary, since I don't speak either
Yes,
either Boglardite or Boggard.
Could be Misaki.
Snapper, grabber, bugs, repellent.
Yeah, what are they and what is this stuff and
Yeah.
how do they make it?
Can you describe that enough to give you an idea of what they really are?
Make me a diplomacy check.
22.
All right. You've gone a bit closer to Daghop over the days. It is a secret made by a priest of Golganta. I do not know how it is made.
That's a shame. Isn't he dead?
He is indeed.
It's a bit of a problem.
As thank you and tribute to the traveling champions of Netis, I will offer the 2 remaining jars.
It's nice of him.
Well,
From
maybe we
what I
can.
am told, a single jar smashed upon the ground will lull the creatures in a rather large area. Approximately a 60-foot spread.
I like that. Text appears in brackets underneath him.
Has he actually seen these creatures? Can you describe them, besides grabber bugs?
I have not. We do not go, and the creatures stay far away from our tunnels because of the goop. It will put them into a lethargic state for several hours. However, if you do attack them in this state, they will defend themselves.
Of course, if we're taking all their goo, it might be best if we take out these creatures, since they won't have more goo to repel them from their tunnels in the future.
Although there's goo already on their tunnels, isn't there?
True.
Do they have to replenish it, or does it last forever?
The stuff on the walls is very potent. It probably will eventually run out. However, at the same time, they may always resort to the method the troglodytes have used, and since the cave is no longer a sacred place to them, they might just fill it with fungus.
About fungus?
Let's go. Well, which entrance are we taking?
Want to go down the middle, the Hydra's entrance, or?
Let's go through the Boggards, then at least we're going through the place where the goo is.
Yeah.
We'll stand a chance to fight these things, whatever they are.
So who has jars?
best Dex character is going to be throwing it, so I'm going to guess Lynn's stuff.
Yeah, I'm out of the running.
My Dex isn't appalling, but it's not good. It's not great.
I wouldn't say mine's appalling, but it is bad. Subpar.
Subpar.
Your dex is
Yeah.
appalling.
It's only a 9. You know, with weapons, I'm really appalling.
That's pretty appalling, dude.
I'm only slightly less dexterous than the average human. For an elf, I'm kind of a klutz.
Yeah, you're a klutzy elf.
So, Misaki's carrying them then, as far as we're concerned?
Yes.
Sounds good.
What are they, jars?
They're jars.
And they
Essentially, you can
contain-
kind of throw them almost like a Tengafoot bag, almost.
Okay. I may have not been paying attention to that bit. I don't really want to be.
These
Cool.
grabber bugs are hopefully not too nasty.
They got what do the jars have in them?
Goo.
It is a orange goop. You'll know from the tunnels that it has a bit of a quite bitter smell to it, something like rotting lemons.
Mm.
Otherwise, you haven't particularly examined them in more thorough detail. If you wish,
Okay.
a craft alchemy or knowledge nature check could be used
I can do
to
knowledge.
examine and experiment.
I can do knowledge nature me. Oop. Not what I'm doing. On a knowledge nature. What were they using them for? What is it? Is it stuff we've scraped off the walls, or is it stuff that
No, they made it like a repellent, but the guy who made it is now dead. He's the priest that was dead before we got there.
Okay.
So we can't replenish it, but he's given us the two jars they had remaining so we can get through this cave.
Oh, okay. Well, but we don't quite know what it repels.
Some kind of insect that's in this cave.
Yeah, the troglodytes referred to it as grabber bugs, I think.
Yeah, some kind of insect.
Okay. And how many jars do we have? Just the 2?
2.
Yep.
And you have them because you have the best chuck skill.
Okay.
Alright, we go in. Let's do this thing. Let's get through these tunnels.
So if
Let's get to the dungeon, damn it. We've done our social engineering.
The check is not enough to reveal the properties to you.
But we taste it and use our craft.
We need our alchemy skills. Oh, hello.
I can make profession alchemy.
Oh, hello, I see us.
Profession alchemy doesn't exist.
But
Craft
I have all professions.
It's craft alchemy.
So actually, you guys can move up a bit further if you.
I'm guessing profession alchemy is how you run an alchemy shop.
Yeah.
Well, no. The thing is, you can use craft skills as profession checks essentially.
Yeah.
So. Do.
Somewhere in here, this is where all those join.
Bugs.
Big, weird spider-like bugs.
The hell are they, Lockhart? Don't recognize them at all. Albino cave solifungid.
Solifugid.
Solifugid?
That's what the whip spiders and scorpions and whip scorpions and kettle spiders are.
You fought similar creatures to this before, smaller ones.
Fake spiders.
The intersection of 4 tunnels forms a sizable cave here. The domed ceiling rises to a height of 20 feet, while near the center of this cave stands a monument made of polished black basalt, 7-sided with the same great rune carved on each face. The top portion of the monument has been broken away, revealing what appears to be a hollow space within in the shape of a female figure. An astounding number of strange albino insectoid creatures, each the size of a man's finger, scuttle and scurry along the walls, as well as 3 particularly large specimens.
Chuck the stuff, Masaki.
So there was like somebody trapped in the stone that there was a hollow space.
That is what it would appear to be.
And 7-sided, like these 7 dazzling schools, but the same runes are probably the rune of lust. I'd guess on all of them.
Are we wanting to chuck it right away?
Let's do if you guys are going to throw one of these or not before we talk about examining it.
Let's throw one. It should make them docile, I think.
Okay. Where would you aim it?
Throw it at the side of that monument directly ahead of us. That should catch all of them, right?
Side facing us. Like.
Can Masaki just make me an initiative check, making sure that you beat these guys' initiative here quick?
Misaki.
20.
Misaki.
How fast are these guys?
Really slow.
No, they're not. They're not great.
Good.
They're better than Boggards.
Ho ho!
So Masaki would indeed get to act first. So, to be honest, it's like an AC of 5 to just throw it somewhere. So you're pretty much automatically toss it.
Just smash it against the wall of the thing in the middle.
I know, but I'm tactically asking if it's better to do it like back wall.
I think there will work.
It's actually like you can toss it in the center of it because it's been broken open.
Oh, okay.
Do that.
So like right there then.
Yeah, lob it in the middle.
That's possible. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. What skill am I doing to lob?
It would be just a ranged attack roll.
Dex plus base attack bonus.
So my base attack bonus is +4. My dex is +4. So d20 plus 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Haha.
All right.
Aha!
Soporific effect.
It's that there.
Toss it
26.
Yep.
26.
The creatures began to move towards you, but then kind of stop, and they almost kind of curl up just a little. Some of the ones crawling around also stop their movement. A few of them seem to fall, tumbling off the walls a little bit, twitching a little bit, slowly, lethargically, trying to get back onto their front side.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's
It's
like a sleepy pheromone.
Yes, possibly. They do seem. It's not like they're dead or completely not moving, but whereas before they were turning towards you and moving fast, now they're just kind of dozing around.
Okay, so let's search this chamber without bothering them if we can.
Mello looking for burritos.
So how close do you
Well,
get?
we're going to have to get pretty close to them if we want to head north, which I'm guessing is the way we want to go.
Well, if we're coming from the furthest, if we're coming from the Boggards area, then I'm guessing the tunnel to the right goes to the Hydra, and the upper one to the further right goes to the Troglodyte caves. So probably the left
Well,
passage goes to Lady Light.
yeah, Lockhart, do we have any idea which passage leads us where we want to go?
Yeah. If you look at that Jasper's map, you'll notice a few little dots on there that
Right.
kind of give away how the tunnels work. So you want
Yes.
to look to the left.
Okay, so
Yeah.
So why don't we shuffle up the wall, kind of examine this thing as we wander by, and then head off down that left passage?
All right.
Sounds good.
So we'll be at our closest. We'll be about 10 feet away from that northern one.
Okay. So searching the room then.
Hmm.
So the hollow.
Hmm.
So the monument is of ancient Thassalon pedigree, and the rune carved on its 7 faces is the ancient rune of lust and enchantment. The hollow left appears to be that of a beautiful winged human female, from what you can tell.
Winged human female.
Like an angel.
You can then make a knowledge planes check as well as a knowledge engineering check.
I can do both of those.
Good job.
Planes, 15.
You suck
are
at planes.
not able to tell the nature of who was imprisoned in here.
And try an engineering. See what that gives me. 10. Crap.
Woo!
You are not able to tell anything about how this monument was broken or anything like that.
It was stone.
The wizard did it.
Waiting for that.
Okay, we head off down that side passage. Oh, is there anything else in the room?
Not in particular. If
Okay.
you're searching and looking at it, then that's pretty much it.
Then we head off down that side
Unless you're going
passage.
to try and poke one of the
No,
sulfugids.
I don't think we need to do that. If they're placid, we'll leave them the hell alone.
Of course, then we have to face them when we come back out, but I guess we got to have the pot for that.
Well, unless the pot lasts forever, in which case they're just going to be dopey in this room all day long.
He did mention they only last a few hours.
Oh, well.
And it's presuming you guys are only going in and out once.
Yeah. We can burn that bridge when we come to it.
So, you continue on. It's just tunnel for a while.
Okay, we head down the tunnel for a while. Solifugids.
Solifugidae.
Yeah, we should have brought our Boggardite army with us.
They've got work to do.
It's true. We'll get out and there'll be this wonderful little town.
Oh, maybe I should put on my robe now.
What robe?
The robe I stuck the rune of lust on.
Are you like a supplicant or something?
Well, between that, if it's inhabited, and I keep remembering that fire trap in the crow that Masaki bypassed by presenting the rune of wrath.
Okay. So the rune of lust essentially saying
That was just fluff on a disable device check.
Well,
I would like some bottom sex from everyone in this tower.
or top sex, you know.
No, not if you're the supplicant.
You get to take what's given.
Ah.
Lens, I've coloured all of these things, by the way.
Okay.
What do I do with them now?
Put the labels on.
Ooh.
Do I have the labels?
Yep.
Where do you want them appearing on the labels?
Is that a pyramid or a pit?
I'll come and check.
It's a pit.
Pit!
Rough. So, are you going to put on your robe then, or not?
Sure, what the heck.
Okay.
I'm a student of lust.
Huh!
The rough cave walls.
Gary, you're quite weird. You know that.
I'm coming. I'll be back.
Thank you, baby.
I can heat my tea up anyway. Apparently, it's supposed to move more than once an hour.
Yeah, apparently.
So, should I wait for Lindsay or? Yeah. Ooh.
Don't be showing off our wares.
So that's the pit. We want to go up.
So where do you want it, along the clip or?
So, the rough
No,
cave
we'll have it
walls
back.
give way to a chamber of worked stone,
Want it there?
walls made of blue-veined white marble.
Use the back.
The ceiling is supported by columns
Like
masterfully sculpted to depict voluptuous warrior women wielding two-headed guisards, with each
Ooh.
column unique and strikingly detailed. At the center of the room, a 10-foot square
That's
shaft leads down into the darkness below.
Twittered with swords. Is that pole arms like all the rune lords apparently use?
Mm-hmm.
Or at least the sword.
What?
That's in case you needed to
Blue bomb.
know any loose switches or anything.
Thank you, dude. Oh, what kind of weapon?
two-headed Wizard?
Guisarms?
Oh,
Guisarm, the
wave
pole
Guisarm.
arm. The pole arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can never pronounce that. It's weird.
Guisarm.
It's like French.
It's like an axe on a stick, right?
That might be a halberd, isn't it?
Maybe. Basically, all of them are axes on sticks.
It's some form of glaive, if I remember right. So blue veiny marble and a bunch of columns that are carved like women wielding these two-handed weapons.
Yes.
4 groups of 3. 12.
So they're all like statues, basically.
They're columns.
Well,
They
so
are supporting the ceiling.
we'll move in a little
How
bit.
tall is the ceiling in this group? In this
Let's say,
chamber?
15 feet?
Any magic? Any magic in here, Gary?
Detect magic.
You're detecting magic from back there?
He's not that far. Well, let's
So
move
that's
him.
like 60 feet.
Let's move him to there so we can see most of the room.
I'll let you see. There is some magic effects you're able to detect from the pit.
The pit, there's magic in the pit, or the pit. itself.
Most noticeably, as Niramore peers into the pit, there's something you haven't seen before.
What's that?
Darkness.
Oh, well, I can't see through it.
No.
That's kind of weird. So magical darkness.
Are there multiple auras in the pit, or?
Oh, yes, there are multiple auras. There are 3 auras.
Did you see me resist the urge to attack the darkness there? I did very well, I thought.
So one of them's darkness, and others hide spikes. No, you wouldn't need that with darkness.
Hide spikes.
So
Can you see them from there?
Yeah, I've got like a 60-foot range.
Yeah, but it's in a hole.
Yeah, that was my problem, is standing so far back at a hole type thing. Is what
I
I was
can-
kind of...
Move to the front of the group if you want me to try and figure out what this
Well, why
stuff
don't we
is.
just progress in and be careful of what's going on?
All right.
We'll progress slowly forward. We progress.
Okay.
How about to here?
Everything is...
We cautiously step to here.
And now we find the floor is an illusion and the pit's full.
We're keeping an eye on these statues because I never trust statues.
They're called.
Especially ones carved like people.
I'm sorry. You say there's people. It's a statue.
It's columns.
Okay, it's a column that looks like a person with a weapon. I'm cautious.
Okay. So...
Is it? Oh. Never mind.
Yes?
We step to here.
All right. I'll be asking perception checks now.
15.
That does not sound good enough. Well,
36.
that is more than fine.
Masaki gets 137, I'm sure.
Yeah, Lindsay probably rolls better than I do. She's got a 20 base.
Yeah, Lindsay kind of makes it. Misaki makes it automatically. It's a DC 20. So suffice to say, enough of the party are going to notice it's that there's not going to be a surprise around.
Yay for no surprises.
Yeah.
We were cautious anyway, I think.
You were cautious. But it seems that the 4 of them begin to come to life, as it were.
Because we,
columns.
can't have statues in fantasy without them coming to life.
Are those those, was it carded or whatever columns?
Oops. What did I do?
Wasn't that a...
Oh, Misaki. I need to move that.
What'd you do?
Sure. Oh, 'cause she's over there.
Misaki is accidentally on one of them.
Oh. Can I move Masaki for you?
I'll move the column. because that makes more sense. Misaki would have entered. It's the unfortunate thing of they're on diagonals.
Oh, okay, I see, because they can't be on the columns.
Right.
I see, so they kind of start to move and stumble into one of our squares.
Yes. So.
Quick, everybody jump in the pit for safety.
So,
Sure we will.
if you want to know information, it's a knowledge arcana check.
Arcana, ooh, that's better than dungeoneering.
I presume constructs are arcana.
28.
I think they are.
All right, so these are, what were you going to say? Caryatid columns?
Okay, they are that. I've never known how to pronounce that. I think I've only ran into them in AD&D.
Caryatid? I don't. It's another one of those weird words. They are lesser cousins to true golems.
Great.
They have a damage reduction that cannot be overcome by any regular means. They have an immunity to most magic, with the exception of basically the transmute rock to mud, transmute mud to rock to mud, mud to rock, or stone to flesh. Those do something.
Damn.
And their weapon is a part of them. They cannot be disarmed. And they also carry this force field around them that damages anything that strikes them, basically.
Are you kidding?
Wait, so your weapons take damage and stuff?
Yes.
What's that going to do to Neremore's fists?
That would be interesting.
Ah,
I presume it would do damage to Neremore.
well, that seems a little harsh. Depends what kind of aura it is. Whether it damages other...
It's an extraordinary ability.
Yeah, but what is it?
It just does damage to any weapon that attacks it.
Is it an aura, or is it just that they're made out of freaking hard stone that you're hitting with swords and things?
It doesn't say. It's just called Shatter Weapons.
Well, it can't shatter my fist. It's a
Well,
fist.
it can. It can. It can damage you.
No,
Somebody with a
it-
sledgehammer can shatter your fists.
That seems rather unfair.
Well, at least you've got mighty fists now.
True.
That would essentially add to the hardness of your fists, I believe.
What? My fists are hard. We
Well,
started
you
with...
get a +1 enhancement bonus. So whatever hardness bonus a weapon would get for +1 enhancement, your fists would also get.
Thanks.
At least I can heal your fist.
Thanks, Lockhart.
I can heal your fist. I can't do too much about people's weapons if they get too damaged. Oh, we have a masterwork... Or no, we gave away the masterwork mace.
You did. So, Miss Lindsay,
Mm-hmm.
you guys walked into this room. There's columns of women. They kind of came to life and are wielding weapons.
Oh.
Gary the elf has recognized them as these weird kind of almost golem-y type things. They're kind of immune to magic, and they're kind of hard to hurt. And they kind of break weapons that hit them somewhat.
They
Oh.
seem pretty hardcore.
They're like golem-y things.
Golem columns.
Golem columns. Female golem columns?
Golem column?
Indeed.
Yes. Right.
So, let's have initiatives.
So are they moving to attack?
They will.
Okay.
So their initiative...
0!
Perfect.
There's like 4 of them?
10.
4 as far as you can tell.
Oh.
Hopefully not just 4 we've activated so far.
Yeah, the whole room is full of them. Wouldn't that be amazing? 10.
10 for me also.
Really?
Yep.
Jeebus. Must have rolled really crap.
Yeah.
How the hell did the Grey Maidens get through here?
Perhaps they just dived in the hole.
It's not sounding too bad. Immune to
Yeah,
magic.
are there any destroyed columns? Like Grey Maidens have fought them?
Not that you're able to see. So... Nearmore.
Yes, ma'am.
At least Cogsworth can repair himself after he gets damaged punching him.
Yeah,
Slamming
Cogsworth.
him.
Hey!
I don't like these things. Are they hardy, Mr. Thing?
I don't know. I imagine so. They're made of stone.
I've given you. They do have the damage reduction.
Unsurpassable damage reduction. So
We'll see.
they're
We'll see
unexploitable.
about that. That doesn't mean they're unexploitable.
Maybe.
Brunsk gets to go first.
How fast can I hobble to the hole? Mount the face, mount the face.
And we'll add Cogsworth behind Nearmore.
Yay.
All right, so let's see here. Looking at stuff here.
Can't believe you're on a 0, Gary.
Well, it's not like I can do crap to these things anyways.
You could have some spells. You could buff us.
Oh, I can buff, yeah.
So that might be the best we've got.
All right, so Brunsk sees one nearby. That's also nearby Gary. So he's going to full round attack it, I believe.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's see. Well, he'll have, yeah. He's going to use his mace this time. Thinks possibly it's not really going to help him, but he thinks it might smash them less.
Makes sense. If I didn't know better, I might use a smashy weapon.
So let's see here. His 2 attacks.
Hopefully this won't be like when he lost Heidi.
That's quite good. 26 and a crit threat.
Crit threat. Can you critical these?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pathfinder lets you
and
critical a lot
that
more things,
confirmed.
doesn't they?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure if you
So-
could crit golem.
The first one does a bit of damage. And then the second one, 8 plus 9 is 17,
Nice.
which does a good chunk off of it.
Good work,
Is that what,
Bruce.
DR5 or something? 3, 2?
Now I just need to figure out where his weapon hardness is.
This kind of stuff's what this is the kind of special rule that I get annoyed with. Stuff that uses obscure crap that nobody ever uses.
Everybody break out your spare... At least we got a whole bunch of spare daggers from the Boggards. Master of Daggers.
Spare daggers, spare Boggard daggers.
Once we've broken all our weapons on these things.
Yeah.
You know what, let's use the index. That would be smart.
That would be clever, Lockhart.
Yeah. Come on. 175.
175? That's a lot of...
That's a lot of hit points.
So, a mace.
Probably don't have 2
Nice.
points with their damage reduction, but...
What would we say? That's a light metal hafted weapon?
Is it a light mace?
It's a light mace.
So then probably yes, hafted.
So that'll be 3d6 damage to the mace.
Is it magical? No? No.
And Drunsk mace has the broken condition, as it takes 6 points of damage.
Ouch!
Are you actually going to do 3d6 points of damage every time I hit this thing?
Maybe.
You wouldn't do that. You're not that mean.
How much does a +1 give us something?
So we did get a heavy +1 mace off... Oh, that's what Brits is using, the heavy +1 mace from Uglio?
Sorry?
Oh, we did get a heavy +1 mace off of Uglio.
Yes.
Remember.
But Bruns can
I think I'm
use
carrying that.
light
Yeah, that's
offhand weapons. So, Hal,
Hmm.
your fists
Yes.
each have hardness of 2
Yes.
and 10 bonus hit points before you start taking damage from the enhancement.
So literally one punch and I'm through that.
Possibly. I mean, they could roll 3 points of damage. They just roll particularly high with Brunsk.
This is a pointless fight. Let's just jump in the hole. We're just gonna knacker all our equipment here if we fight these things.
Hope there's no sphere of annihilation under the darkness.
We're just literally going to attack. We're literally going to end up damaging literally everything we own if we fight these.
Brunsk's shield is pretty good.
Yeah, but literally how many hits is it going to take to knock these down? And there's 4 of them. If I take 3d6, if I take 3d6 every hit and I flurry, that's 9d6 damage around. There's no way I can fight this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's particularly nasty with punching.
Yeah, there's no way I can fight this. And my weapons aren't worth anything because I've got nothing special.
It is Masaki's turn.
Jump in the hole! Jump in the hole!
So what has happened in front of me? The statues have come to life.
Statues are coming to life.
Okay. Everybody
seen
me goes
Brunsk-
before them.
You've seen Brunsk attack one of them. His mace, basically half of it got dented, striking it. But between his mace and his shield, he did manage to do a fair amount of damage to it, but it's still very up and versatile.
The problem we have here is we have no way of... Can you fix these, Gary, these weapons?
It sounds like it's broken beyond mending.
So if we end up with a bunch of...
No, it has a broken condition right now.
Oh.
If it gets down to 0 hit points, then it's broken beyond mending.
Right.
Okay.
The main thing is if it's on the weight limit for you. Which
Does-
I think
yeah.
Does this goo stuff likely to work on them?
No, it only works on those insects.
Okay. All right.
Jump in the hole.
I'll jump in the hole at the behest of my party.
All right.
So I'm going to be left alone up here because you all move before them and I move after.
That'll be
Brunsk
quick.
acted.
Oh, that's true.
So, Masaki's in the hole.
I jump in the hole.
Okay, so first of all, Masaki jumps in the hole and
Screams.
disappears. Nope, you don't hear a sound from Masaki. Nothing at all.
Perfect. She's been eaten by the She's been eaten by the Sarlacc.
Like there's silence besides the darkness there?
Hard to say. Could just be that she fell so far you can't hear her anymore.
So far and so fast.
I jump in the hole.
I'm flying! I'm flying!
Miramore jumps down and disappears. Cogsworth jumps down and disappears.
Clank! I think we'd hear
4 columns.
I think we'd hear him regardless of how far he's falling.
All right, so they're using reach weapons, aren't they? They would be, wouldn't they?
Not the face.
Which is kind of weird. Yeah, they'd be armed with ranciers. What does a rancier do?
Is it a Ransor? They said it was a Gazarm.
Oh, sorry, Gazarm. What's a Gazarm do?
Let's look. Looking.
Two-handed, reach 2d4.
It's not terrible.
So,
Oh, and a trip, potentially.
yeah, but I don't think
It
they're
can be
gonna go for
used
that.
to trip. No, they're golems. I guess they're not going to be tripping.
So, just 5-foot stepping them into areas where they'd be able to attack here. This would be 4 attacks on Brunsk.
Whoa. They don't like having been hit.
So 1 hits, 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 misses.
Into the pit, Brunsk.
So that'll be 6d4 plus two-handed weapon. This is gonna hurt. Plus 18.
Oh. Is that from all 3 hits or from...
That's from all 3 hits.
Let's-
There are 2d4 plus 6 regularly. Oh, that's not bad.
It's not bad. 30 damage. It's not bad from some solid hits with something like that.
24 damage.
Oh. Huh? Oh, because he has damage reduction.
Yes.
He's pretty hardcore, too. Do their weapons get damaged hitting him?
Nope.
That's a shame.
Gary,
Into the pit, Brunsk, and I'll head for the pit.
are you going to make an acrobatics check? You are moving through majorly threatened areas.
Oh, crap.
Well, actually, no. I suppose
If he runs straight through Brunsk.
Straight?
Oh,
No,
Because
but if
they've got reach.
he needs to walk past one of them, doesn't he?
He needs to kind of go here.
Yeah, because they can't attack the squares next to them.
But the problem is, as soon as he's jumping into the pit,
They'll hit him.
yes, as
Only-
well as his current square.
Yeah, you're
But
right.
He could full retreat from his current square, and he would just get one. No, he would still get two.
Two, yeah. You can take it, Gary.
Yeah.
Do you have acrobatics or anything that could help you?
Why would I take acrobatics? I have a negative dex.
Fair enough.
Because then we could watch you attempt to do it and laugh.
I have a ring of swimming.
Hmm?
I have a ring of swimming.
Perfect.
No, you can't swim through the air.
Next level.
So what is Gary going to do then?
I will attempt to head for the pit.
All
Do
right.
it.
So are you full withdrawing then to avoid provoking on the first step?
Sure.
Okay. So move your token one at a time. Let's see your path.
So what to there, and then down.
Yeah.
Technically, you should 5 foot diagonally first.
Yeah,
Like up to there then.
I don't know, just see a
Alright.
great big green square. No, you want a 5 foot diagonally down?
Okay, so down into there.
Yeah, that way you don't provoke when you move south.
Ah.
So you move. South
Yeah.
1.
So you're safe there. Safe there.
You take an attack here.
No.
Oh no, he takes
Technically,
it. He takes it when he moves out of the
He
square.
takes it when he moves out of the square. So
Okay.
technically, if he wanted, he could stop his movement there
Mm-hmm.
and 5 foot step next turn.
After they all go again.
Jump in the pit. Mainly because if you stay, Brunsk will stay, and I don't think you could take another hit like last one.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump in the pit. Let's get in the pit.
You jump into the pit. The last thing you see is they don't swing at you.
Ah, why is this? Oh, do they not do attacks of opportunity?
They haven't taken any attacks of opportunity.
Is that because they're
So-
golems and don't?
It's unknown.
Hmm.
Possible.
Was I insanely wise to do this to my robe?
So let's see.
They just recognize my greatness and don't attack me.
Uh-huh. Well, they shouldn't have attacked your buddies either.
Well, all right. So none of you can see a thing. What happened is that you all plunge into complete darkness and slowly floated down to the ground.
Ah, how nice.
Ah,
I was expecting a spiked pit there, Lockhart.
I expected to fall slow because I've got Featherfall Ring.
Yeah, you have.
all right, so let's see if Brunsk survives.
How many hits is he taking when he jumps? Two hits?
I should have deviated and healed him on the way back.
Mr. Lockhart?
What? You don't know what's happening.
Oh.
You're in
Sure.
darkness.
I'm just trying to fill the space for the audio, you know.
Well, you guys can talk on your way floating down.
Except for in
we really
silence.
can't because there's a silence effect.
Haha, fair enough.
No one hears me as I plummet in the darkness, all alone.
In your frock.
Yes,
All right.
my lusty frock.
Nice.
So, you guys reappear.
Okay. Oh, hello.
Ah, down there. Ooh.
Oops. I'm really moving Saki. Except you'll more so appear in that little area.
Okay, that's the. Oh, I see. What's the? I got you.
So, where are we now?
I'm guessing Gary and Brunsk need healing.
Brunsk is... Gary is fine. Brunsk is incredibly hurt.
Do I want to burn a bunch of wand charges, or should I just hit him with a big healing spell?
Hit him with a big one.
So, the ceiling of this grand hall is made of polished gray marble. It rises to a height of 25 feet, supported by ornate columns, whose central 8-foot sections have been carved to resemble a beautiful woman. A 10-foot square platform sits in a wide alcove of the north wall, atop of which lies a white marble sarcophagus with a painted lid. The sound of gently running water echoes along the hall to the west.
What's that thing to the north?
Sarcophagus?
Looks like a turd on a square.
With a painted lid.
Okay. Masaki, do you want to have a check out of that box?
Healing Brunsk.
Okay.
26.
This helps Brunsk.
Brunsk is happy. Let's go check out this box, Masagi. I'll come with you.
33 to check out the box.
All right. The painted lid of the sarcophagus depicts a beautiful, dark-haired, lithe woman sleeping with arms crossed over her chest. A detailed depiction of who, by now, you're pretty sure is the Rune Lord Sorshin.
We're getting pretty familiar with her.
Pretty much at this point, I think you guys will be able to pick out when it's the Rune Lord Sorshin.
She has her own sarcophagus down here.
We've seen a lot of her. Okay, it's closed, right?
It's closed.
Masaki, do you want to take a look?
Detect magic.
As far as you can tell, the sarcophagus is not trapped.
Yeah, I'm going to be very careful
It's a good plan.
and check that I don't think there's any traps or complicated-looking locks or anything on it.
Check the dais as well and the general area around it.
Well, she would have kind of already stepped onto the dais to check the sarcophagus. So you're taking 20 checking the sarcophagus then?
I guess so.
All right. You search it, and let's say you're able to presume that the lid would be very heavy, but is not locked. And otherwise, you don't find anything else in particular that would strike you as a trap or lock or anything like that. As a side note, these chambers are lit. There are glass spheres hanging from the ceiling that fill the room with a normal light, though it slightly flickers.
Nice. How heavy is this lid? Is it lifting or pushing?
This
I
room.
suppose it could be either or, depending on how you want to open it.
Well, if it's a sarcophagus, pushing it's obviously more energy efficient than trying to lift the lid. I mean, is it hinged?
No, it's not hinged.
Then we'll push it.
This room is the room we jumped down into, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes,
It's going to be interesting getting back up that goddamn column, up that
it is.
tube.
It is.
What's the room number?
K1.
Here's hoping that we don't actually have to come out this way.
The lid weighs 600 pounds.
Whew, it's heavy.
It's heavy.
Brunsk and I will push it off.
You are able to push it off.
Can I detect magic on the sarcophagus? When I'm doing that?
You don't detect anything magical at the sarcophagus, no.
Push, push, push.
So...
Is it a mummy? I'll get ready to attack the mummy.
And a daddy.
Just the mummy. What is he doing?
That looks like Sorshin.
So,
I like her jewels on her arm.
within the sarcophagus lies the perfectly preserved body of a woman identical to the one depicted on the lid, clad in diaphanous, flimsy robes and an enormous amount of splendid jewelry. She
Nice.
looks almost as if she's sleeping, not dead.
She breathing?
No, but she does have a flush to her cheeks that implies a sort of pulse or life, as it were.
So she isn't breathing. Some
No.
kind of stasis? Gary, Gary,
Yeah,
Is this magic?
probably detect magic. I'll move up to examine that.
There is an overwhelming aura of magic.
From what?
The body. Knowledge Arcana check or spellcraft check, I suppose.
Let's see, Arcana 39.
Yes, that will be enough. More than 39? Yeek. Okay. You guys. All right. You guys astound me when you roll 20s. You get so high numbers.
We've got some specialist areas. You'll never get a skill roll that high from me, don't worry.
Gary is able to identify this. It has a necromantic aura, and it is a clone spell of none other than Sorchin herself, held in preservation by a permanent gentle repose effect.
Nice.
This has the implication that the fact that the clone still exists and hasn't been activated
That she hasn't
implies
died.
that somewhere the Rune Lord Sorchin is very much alive.
Huh.
Because your soul flees to the clone when you die.
You can have multiple clones, can't you?
You can.
So, you could have 50 clones, and this is just one of them.
That's true.
Certainly a possibility.
How do we feel about the Rune Lord Sorcian?
Well, if she is alive somewhere, attacking this thing may draw her wrath, or draw her attention.
Really?
It
Maybe.
would be entirely possible that harming a clone inside one of her own constructs may have bad effects.
Masaki, what's that jewelry worth? Try not...
Appraise?
Yeah,
Praise.
You'd like me to appraise something?
I would, because apparently there's a crap load of jewelry on this woman.
I like appraise. Hang on.
So, first, there is a necklace
Well,
of lapis lazuli.
Do I need to add this to our list? Hang on.
Only if we take it.
Well,
And
that's the...
I'm having her choose what she's appraising first. So
Oh,
there's
okay.
a necklace, a pair of emerald-studded earrings, 7 rings,
Jesus.
and a silver and pink pearl anklet. So you can appraise each one of those as a separate category.
7 rings.
It's very vague on the rings and the location, I find.
I've got a necklace, 7 rings, a
Let's see,
pair,
2 nipples.
pair of earrings,
Pair of earrings
and
and
something else.
anklet.
Ankle.
So which one would you like to appraise first?
I'm going to go with the 7 rings
Okay.
first, because that seems like...
Are they all the same?
Yeah,
Apparently so.
Phew, okay.
24.
They are worth 500 gold pieces each.
Oh,
So 500 gold times 7.
why is this?
Yeah.
It's a bit nice.
This smells like a trap, though.
Yeah,
Well, Masaki is the...
I don't know.
It's your job. Let's take a look.
Disable device.
Well, just perception
perception
at first.
Okay, perception. What's my perception skill again? Hang on.
Like a million.
I know, I haven't rolled it yet today. Hang on.
Do you not have like a button?
I do, it's just I can't see it right now. So,
Oh.
there we go. 37.
There is indeed some sort of effect over the body itself that you believe is some sort of mystical trap.
Yeah, this is not
Can you disable it?
really good. Maybe.
Is that something I could?
You're able to figure out that the bypass is simply not touching the body.
Yes, the bypass is not touching the body.
How do you get a ring off without touching the body?
Yeah. Is that something I could look at with spellcraft and whatnot, or
And you
examine over it?
Device, I
Yes, yes. Certainly you could examine it. In general, Misaki believes that this is something that the dispel would be useful for.
dispel. That's a good
Probably at an insanely high caster level too.
Well, Misaki might be able to temporarily disable it for rounds at a time, but you wouldn't be necessarily sure when it would activate, and if someone was, say, still pulling a ring off.
Give it a shot, Misaki. You're fast.
I just rolled disable device and got whatever that last number is.
A
34.
34.
Yeah. Which is pretty kick-ass.
Soshin versus Misaki.
Pushing in. 21.
So, do I need to do anything else?
Oh, it was a 35. Oh.
Sorry, give me a second here.
That's alright.
I love how you can disable magical effects.
Kind of like anti-magic rods in the thieves' kit.
Oh, it's like weird. I always thought that was kind of cool, though. I like the idea that thieves are the only ones that can spot traps that are high levels, even if they are magical.
I always thought there should be some sort of like magical spell hack skill to kind of muck with existing enchantments like that to redirect.
Well, I don't know about that, because that gets in the way of what the thieves do, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, when it's magic, it just seems like it should be.
Well, you have detect traps, don't you?
Yeah, which I understand for all the physical traps. It's the
Magical
weird
ones.
magical ones that gets kind of wingy.
I guess it's all about triggers and the effect itself, because the effect doesn't actually go off unless you trigger it. So you can't detect it with detect magic because it's not gone off yet.
But you can, I guess you can tell, runes and enchantments and stuff like that that are
Well,
waiting to be true.
I guess it depends. If it's just a waiting effect that when you touch the body or wiggle its arms around, something gets cast, you're not necessarily going to know what's going to get cast. That's why she's the rogue.
Yeah.
What are we doing, Lockhart?
Okay, so Misaki thinks that she has momentarily disabled the trap.
Strip the bitch, Misaki.
So let's see, what jewelry do we have here? We'll say that each ring requires 1 round to remove.
If she's got the
A necklace, we'll say 3 rounds.
We
Really?
haven't appraised.
Really? If I grab hold of the front of it and pull, that's going to take 3 rounds?
We haven't
Might
appraised
break
anything
it.
except for the rings right now.
I'm pretty certain we can fix a clasp, right?
Depends if it's an adamantine clasp.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true, right? I guess it's fair.
So should we all try and pick off jewelry while she's got it suppressed?
I don't know. Can she tell when it's about to come back up?
No.
I wouldn't recommend it. You haven't got evasion, and if this trap's like an area effect, it's going to blow your head clean off.
Sorry, did Gary roll a spellcraft check on this?
Not yet. Oh crap! 12. I have no clue.
You have no clue what this trap does.
Misaki is by far the most dexterous. If she's trying not to touch the body, she's going to have much better luck than we are.
Can I have Mage Hand from something that I can cast once a day?
Your other character had Mage Hand.
Yeah,
Yes, that sounds familiar.
the creepy 9-armed gnome.
Hmm.
We'll just chop a hand off. That's 5 rings right there.
Yeah, and that'll probably definitely.
Go on,
Yeah,
Misaki.
she truly had those ion stones or whatever embedded in her.
That'd be cool. Is that what they are?
I think Festaloons were supposed to have done that at times.
Yes, this one does not have iron stones embedded in the body, despite the...
Hey, I should have been able to detect these golems 60 feet ago.
How's that?
Oh! Wait, they weren't proper golems, though.
What? Oh, you have a scarab of golem detection or something, don't you?
Golem Bane.
Craziest thing.
That now would have been almost useful.
Yeah.
Actually, what does a Golem Bane do? Does that just work on old constructs? She might have been able to take them.
Beetle-shaped pin enables wearer to detect any golem within 60 feet. Must concentrate for detection.
It says Golem.
Oh, and you have to concentrate too.
Yeah. It's like the worst item ever.
It is kind of.
You see that until you fight a golem, and then you'll want it.
Yeah, you're probably right. Go on then, Misaki, let's strip this woman.
Okay. Yes,
So-
dear.
So necklace is 3 rounds. Earrings are 2 rounds each. Anklet 3 rounds as well, I think.
What are you going for, Misaki? Do you want us to help you, or do you want to do it on your own?
Well, can we finish appraising the rest of it and see what's worth taking?
Well, you've just disabled it, so... Or do you want to do a quick...
We
do
can
a-
have her. We can have her say
Yeah,
she
that-
finished appraising beforehand.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Because I'm not gonna start appraising and then start whipping stuff off without finishing appraising.
Right.
I'm pretty sure.
But
Makes good sense.
you'll know briefly the maximum you'll be able to disable at a time is 4 rounds.
Okay. Appraise the necklace for 18.
It's worth somewhere around the $300 range, 300 gold piece range.
And then next, the earrings.
As a pair, are worth 1,500 gold pieces.
It's almost a Brunsk.
And then the anklet. 32.
Is worth 400 gold pieces.
So, round-wise, what are we talking? 3 rounds for the necklace?
3 rounds for the necklace, 2 for the earrings,
Is that a
One
piece?
each?
Is that a piece?
a piece, yes.
2 rounds a piece.
Uh,
Yeah. One for
1
each
round
round.
each for rings, unless I want to get creative with their location, but let's not go there. And 3 rounds for the anklet, which I think is like a round is 6 seconds. I think these are all fair.
So cost-wise, I think we need the earrings and some rings in the first pass then.
Yeah.
So, do you want to do it, or shall we all try and take a crack at it?
So hang on, it's going to take me 3 rounds for the necklace,
Yeah,
7 rounds for the rings.
yeah.
How many
Fo-
rounds for the earrings?
2 each, so 4 rounds total. And then
And then
3 rounds for the anklet.
Okay. And how long does my...
Maximum of 4 rounds.
Okay.
So you're going to need to re-disable it again. Unless we all take a shot at it.
Well, why don't you let me do the first pass and see how it goes?
Okay, seems fair. Let's see if you set something off. We'll
So,
take.
so,
We're
each,
gonna.
so each round, tell me if you're taking something or trying to disable it again or what exactly.
Okay.
We
So
will take a step back just in case.
Move,
the
move
first
yourselves.
round, I'm
Gary,
going
does
to...
that sound reasonable?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Move
going to
yourselves
put-
where you'd be standing.
I'm going to put you near Misaki, kind of there, if that's okay with you. Oh, you're going to be over there.
What?
I was going to put
Oh.
you nearer in case you needed healing.
Okay.
I'm going to take off anything that I don't need to have on me.
It's like over
I was
there.
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 There?
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Sure.
any
That
extra.
way we're either side in case she needs help.
So if I get fire bombed, drowned out, or whatever, then not all of my belongings have been wrecked. I'm going to go for the earrings first.
Although I'm guessing there'd probably be something a little more subtle,
Okay.
since she wouldn't want to damage her clone.
You,
Probably not fireball.
you spend round 1, round 1 and 2, 3 and 4 taking earrings?
Yep.
All right. You take off the first earring. You start taking off the second one. When we get to round 4, however, unfortunately, that's when your initial disable ran out. So, make me a will save.
Is this that trap?
What's that trap?
I don't know. People kept talking about that trap in book 2, and nobody would say what it was.
So will save is D20 plus will. My will is 4.
Do you have trap sense anymore?
I think she loses it as
I
a
think she
swords
did
master.
lose it.
Trap sense.
No, she keeps trap finding, but she loses trap sense.
Okay.
Trap finding.
So she can still get the high level traps, but she can't dodge them as well as a rogue can.
Yeah, I've trap finding. That seems to be it. That's rubbish. Okay. So I've just got my D20 plus my will of 4. 15.
All right, make me a fortitude save.
Oh, God
Ah, shh. Not like where this is going, Lockhart. This is a... don't like it.
We should. Yeah.
Is
6.
that, is that 6?
Yeah.
All right. Everyone roll initiatives.
Okay.
Oh, crap.
15.
9.
Those columns have jumped down the hole. That sucks. Fuck
19.
you, columns. Nice work, Masagi.
All right. Oh, I suppose I didn't need Misaki to really roll.
Hmm?
And I like the GM roll. I get to hide stuff.
We don't like that, Lockhart.
Lockhart's a meanie.
Lockhart is a
So-
meanie.
Gary is a 9.
15 from me.
Brunsk. So 7. Cogsworth.
This is like directly targeted at Party Thief with all that jewelry.
I don't know, most parties are going to go for the treasure.
Well, yeah.
Unless you're a party of paladins, there's no way you're going to avoid that much money sat in one place. Mainly because you need the money for leveling.
25.
What are the 25? What's
All right.
25?
What do you mean, who's 25? Sorshin.
Uh,
So, what the party sees is the body glows, Misaki crumples to the ground, and Sorshin wakes up.
Ah!
shit.
You just got a better party member.
Ah, yes, it's the Rune Lord Sorshin and friends.
Welcome, yes. Our new ally.
Trusted friend, would you like to join our fair party? You look trustworthy and, good.
And scary as all fuck.
All right,
like a
just give me a moment here. Continue. Talk.
Now Gary's gonna feel like what's sticking his own head up his ass is really gonna feel like.
Can I make a heal check on Masaki to see how Masaki is?
Sure.
Isn't that an in your action kind of deal?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Are we in initiatives?
Depending on how high he rolls, he can kind of see it instantaneously. He sees it.
Okay, I guess that's fair.
23.
You're not sure if she's breathing.
Was it a spell effect? Can he identify it?
Yes, spellcraft.
29.
You think that was a phantasmal killer spell?
Oh! And her fort save was pretty lousy.
So essentially, knowing it's a phantasmal killer, the chances are she's dead, right?
Yes.
Great.
Assurance of mine. No.
I'm going to get defensive and look defensive.
Lockhart, did you
Yes?
just kill me?
Actually,
What?
I believe Sorshin just killed you.
Lockhart,
Sucked your life force to.
you just kill me. Do I have to cry now?
Misaki!
No.
I'll cry now.
It's alright, Gary can resurrect you with his amazing... Oh no, wait. He could raise your corpse
That's true.
for a little while. We could have you carry things.
Yeah, that's permanent. Until she
What?
gets destroyed.
Oh, awesome. We
Raise
can have...
So, Sorshin's turn. What will Sorshin do?
Hmm. Wait a second.
What does Sorshin do? We're waiting.
I'm waiting too.
Why?
Lindsay, are you getting my whispers?
She's totally playing with her Dropbox.
I wasn't. I was writing character notes, but now I'm getting them.
Oh crap. Oh, no way.
What? I see no whispers.
Yeah, but I'm just putting 2 and 2 and something
Alright.
together.
Yep.
What does Sortion do?
Masaki, no!
I see where we're going. Fuck me, it's cold without my feathers.
Yeah. And now nobody's taking that jewelry.
No, because it's on Masaki. Shit.
So, I think they've figured out what's going on.
Yes. Well, the thing was, you essentially did get first initiative, even when
Yeah.
So, am I still me, just in her body, or am I...
You were still you in her
Okay.
body.
So I'm not like suddenly like, haha, I'm evil and I want to stomp on them.
No.
Wait.
You're just in her body.
Is she
A
high
really
as Lanty
awesome
now?
body.
She's high as
Yes.
Lanty. Crap.
I told you there was a possibility of getting high as Lanty as a race in this module, in this adventure path.
So I wasn't far off on saying I'd bring my next character in as high as Lanty. I just didn't trigger the trap.
That's correct.
You just have to be Soshin.
So I could stay in her body.
Yes.
Okay.
And
I
it's
think you kind of
awesome.
have to.
I think right now you're going to have to, unless we can like magic jar you or something like that.
So what is she?
Eh?
So
He's like, what is she?
She's like a superhuman.
Human.
race.
Yeah.
She's not human. She's like superhuman.
she's high as Lanty.
Yeah.
She
Human with
acts
plus
as
2
a
on.
human, except instead of getting a +2 to ability score of choice, she just gets a +2 to all ability scores.
Holy crap!
So we're going to have to do a little refiddling when we level up, which I'm presuming you guys are probably going to do tonight. However,
Holy crap!
there
Yeah.
is
So she's +2 to everything.
But she loses her Tengu race
2
soul.
each stats. So we're going to have to do a little
Does
pokery jiggery.
is this considered a resurrection? Is she negative leveled?
Yes.
That would have
So
sucked for
basically,
me.
I have a choice of being dead or being alive inside her.
Yeah.
Well, that fucking sucks. Thank
you not-
you, Boggard.
Did you not hear? Your ability scores are all +2.
Well, yes, but I'm not my awesome character anymore.
No, you're a human.
That
You're
I've
hot,
spent like 20 sessions, like printing shit out.
You could,
but
you could
you no
skin-
longer have a cloaca.
I have a suggestion. You could skin your old character and wear it like a hat.
So, how's that work with, since she's essentially human, how's that work for the racial thing she had, like the being able to use the elven curve blade? That's a knowledge that should still go across?
We're going to
Yes.
do a few pokery jiggery things.
We'll figure it out, I'm sure.
The easy fix is to have the bonus feat from human turn into exotic weapon proficiency elven curve blade.
That seems to suck, because obviously she's a sword master, so you'd think you should just be able to remember how to use a sword.
Well, or just have them cancel each other out.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
But there's a few other weird things. I mean, among others, the whole humans get a skill point at extra levels that she now has like 6 skill points to spend.
Nice.
And
So-
she loses her low light vision, but she gains awesome stats and
Yes. It's not impossible, but
I'm telling Nick
knowing a
on you.
character's previous body is difficult but not impossible. A wish or miracle can achieve this change, as can a true resurrection spell.
I'm a few levels from that.
Yeah, damn right. Like 16.
Well, when I get the final revelation, I can do a wish a day.
That's pretty cool. That's level 20, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just told Nick on you.
Lens,
Yes.
you're like a rune lord.
Yeah. You betches better get running.
Better get running.
Bruce kind of sits there with his weapons ready, just kind of not sure what to think here.
What do we do with Misaki?
Brent, welcome to Masaki 2.0.
Jesus. I don't know whether that's going to be better for Misaki or not.
Well, what were the...
So, Lockhart, technically, Tengu Swordsmaster is Tengu only.
Yeah, we're gonna fudge a few things.
I think that makes sense.
Basically,
Obviously, she's had 6 levels of her career, so it'd be difficult to forget it.
yeah, we're gonna fudge a few things. That's why I said when she levels up, we're just gonna go over essentially anything reasonable from her race. That's kind of like something learned. She'll kind of get to keep, but physical things will kind of have to go. But
So she was +2 Dex, +2 Wisdom, so those will stay the same. But she was -2 Con, so she'll get
her
+4
con is gonna jump.
Yeah, which gives her extra hit points.
Yeah.
But for now, let's just use character sheet until we call it a night here, perhaps.
Okay, good plan.
And at the same time, we won't have to deal with the 2 negative levels she's currently has on her.
So
How do we get around those, just out of interest?
We were talking about this earlier.
Restoration.
Do we have that?
no.
Shit. So she's basically level 4 right now.
I think that Misaki Sorshin is going to remain fairly quiet for the rest of the game.
Masortian.
Aww.
Just getting used to her new surroundings.
Masortian.
Yes.
Yeah. I have lesser restoration.
Shell shocked.
Will that help at all?
No.
When do you get restoration?
That's pretty high.
4?
I get restoration as a 4th level spell, I think, for me.
So
Yeah,
you're
4th
level 8.
level.
Oh no, you're not a cleric. You need to be like level 52.
So for now, for the rest of the evening, just for ease of play, we'll have Misaki just old icon, old stats and stuff.
Okay.
But when we stop, we'll take a moment and go through and figure stuff out.
Masortian.
'Cause
Yeah.
I also kind of presume you guys will probably be leveling tonight.
We've got ourselves a rune lord. It's going to be awesome. Can I just add your jewelry to the party inventory? I assume you're taking Masaki's equipment.
Yes.
So why don't we lay it's going to be really weird for you. Why don't we put Misaki in the sarcophagus for the time being, and then we can claim her body when we leave.
Maybe it's like in Stargate. If we put
Good.
her in and then leave her for a bit and come back, she might
She'll
die.
be fine.
Is that Gentle Repose enchantment still there?
No.
That's a shame. So we can put her in the sarcophagus and collect rotten Misaki when we leave.
I guess that's better than barbecue.
Well, perhaps we can wrap her up in something probably, because you're going to want her. You're going to want her armor and stuff probably.
For the answer, this is that trap.
What's that trap? What are they talking about?
This one.
It's a kill trap.
Well, no.
Kind of.
The interesting thing is, even if you make the saves, the link still stays. So
The
if you
what?
die somewhere else,
You
the
wake
link
up
to the
here.
clone body, you wake up in the clone body.
So you wake up separated from your party. Like
Yes.
if you die in book 3, you come back.
Yes.
You resurrect in Lady's life.
You like die right at the very end in whatever the last fight's going to be. You wake up here.
Yep.
That's kind of cool, but also
That is a pain in the ass. That could be. There's some character classes that this would really suck for.
How
But-
so? Just
I don't know. +2 for everything's actually really good for everybody.
yeah.
I think it's best for humans because they don't lose anything. They just gain additional attributes.
well, I mean, you have to think any of the races that had that downside, all of a sudden you get +4 to that stat.
Right.
Misaki's
Yeah.
getting +4 con out of this.
Yeah, that's nice.
What about the characters that liked their characters?
That is also why this is called that trap, about how people. It's
So like, I
it's-
love my character race, and now I'm a Aslanti.
I peck it with my beak. Oh crap!
Yeah, you lose your beak.
I'm sorry, Lindsay.
But we no longer have to figure out if Ting.
I thought Thing was gonna fall for it.
I would have. Damn.
I would have. The problem is, it's jewelry, so it's the thief's job to look at this shit and look for
No,
traps.
it's because I could appraise.
Yeah, I mean, it's her job to do the first pass on this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
no,
it's,
and the trap was fine appraising. It's when you're taking it off.
And Thing did balls up his chance to spot the spell.
yeah.
Yes. It was a Spellcraft 35 check to
Ouch.
figure out the full effect of the trap.
Nice. So what actually triggered it? Touching the body?
Harm the clone or loot its jewelry.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So
So
that
if we
was
tried to kill her, it would have
so one or the other was going to happen. What would have happened if we'd basically staked her through the chest? Would it have fired and then we'd
It's
have?
technically not alive. It's under gentle repose.
That's what I figured. So if you actually essentially kill it, then it fires the trap and you wake up inside a dead Sortian clone.
I suppose I'd have to look up the clone spell to see how that works. What happens if a clone is damaged?
I think you just die, don't you?
Yeah, would that be a coup de grace to the clone before the... Let's not go there.
Yes. Well, technically it doesn't have hit points, does it? Because it's not got anybody in it. So you don't know whether it's a fighter or a wizard, so you don't know how many hit points it has.
As a rune lord, as a wizard.
So hang on, Sortian's supposed to be like uber sexy, so shouldn't she have like constant charisma like 59 or something like that?
Charisma is not just about the body, but how you rock it.
Yeah, so now you've got somebody who's used to being a Tengu walking in a sexy human body.
That's funny. What
All
the hell
those
is
strange jiggly bits?
what the hell is this thing? Oh Jesus.
She's just changed height.
More orifices than she's used to.
Hey Lenz, are you alright? She got more toes than normal. She's got feet.
I'm sorry, Lindsay,
Hi.
but now your character's uber powerful.
Like it wasn't anyway. So now
But-
she's gonna hit more often and hit harder.
Those bitches that are going to whine at you.
So what were you
Right.
what was you? +2 to Dex, +2 to...
So she won't actually hit any more accurate because she's already +2 to Dex.
Oh, but she'll hit harder because her strength goes up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was +2 dex, +2 wisdom, so her strength, intelligence...
So her int goes up, giving her more skill points.
Yeah.
Well, unless you want to end here and just do stuff.
We've been on 3 hours 11 minutes. So if her int goes up by 1, she gets an additional skill point per level, and then being human, she gets an additional skill point per level.
Well, we'll take a look at all the racial bonuses to see if there's not something that might offset that.
Right. You mean trade it in
Yeah.
for something she might remember from being
It's
third
one of those
person.
weird things because like if a dwarf has stone cunning and suddenly they're human, why do they all forget all about everything they learned stone?
You're
cunning?
right, because it's not
Yeah.
it's not necessarily part of their body. It's part of their upbringing.
Yeah.
That's like if I went from an elf, I've got elven weapons plus like the elven spellcrafting stuff.
It's like her proficiency with swords and grit with her elven curve blade. I don't see
Exactly.
why she'd forget that.
Yeah. It's one of those weird things that doesn't make sense when you talk about reincarnation type stuffs.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
having a beak, that's different. I mean, she's
Or,
got no beak.
or for that matter, spontaneously gaining knowledge of swords because you turned into a Tengu.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes no sense either.
Yeah, it's not like probably genetic knowledge. I mean,
So essentially, we'll just go over, compare human and Tengu, and figure out if she gets anything or if she keeps most of what she already has.
I think the idea of trading the feat against exotic weapon proficiency seems fair. Unless you want to give her a feat out of the blue, which would kind of be nice.
It's weapon proficiencies.
Yeah, you're right.
But anyway, so are we continuing or stopping?
Lens,
And
are you shell-shocked, or do you want to continue?
I'm happy for the game to continue, but there's not much I'm going to be very...
Yeah, it's going to take a while to decouple, so maybe we should actually stop and realign her character.
all right.
Either way, I'm going to be carrying on with what I'm doing, which is...
So shall we experience, then realign Lindsay's character, then turn off the audio?
sounds good.
That's fine. So tonight, I'm holding off, being a little mean here.
You
Holding
mean?
off on the experience on the solifugids and columns
Okay.
until you're all done, because you could have multiple encounters with them technically,
This is the exit as well, isn't it?
possibly.
There may be another. I mean, there may be magic exits and stuff. But
Shit.
That makes sense.
we've got to go up a however many feet shaft we drop down.
Like I said, getting back out of that. How long? We don't even know how far it was. 'Cause it was
Or, well, I
dark.
mean, I guess at the same time, I could just give it to you and then not give you any other stuff in the future for them.
What, when we counter them?
If you, yes, go ahead.
That's probably easier from a bookkeeping perspective.
So let's see. Yeah, I mean, you guys are going to be leveling up anyway, so it's not like an abundance of experience is going to matter too much.
Misaki will level up to 5th level.
That sucks. We need to find her restoration scrolls.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, she still gets her class features and all that. She's just taking penalties. It's not. You don't
Right.
lose levels anymore.
How many negative levels is she on?
2 for clone, I think. Resurrection.
Two. And they are unfortunately permanent, so they're not ones she can save against and remove. But yeah, she should be kind of balanced out with leveling up and the bonuses and stuff. So let's see.
Yeah, it's definitely not less of a hit on like a martial character for that kind of stuff.
What? Oh,
Well,
yeah,
for level loss.
because you're not losing spells.
Yeah.
So, for bringing peace between the Boggards and the Troglodytes, a whopping 6,000 experience.
Woo!
Did you make that up?
I did.
Oh, that's nice of you. We're not supposed to do that, are we?
It doesn't say you're not supposed to do it. This is a role-playing game. You guys
You know what I mean. It's not one of the options listed in the book, is it?
Well, again, the book recognizes that for all that matters, you can avoid both tribes entirely if you just fight a Hydra and go down there.
That's fair.
Yay for our completist and semi-pacifist ways.
I like that. We are semi-pacifists. I like that.
For the 3 albino cave solifugids there's 3 of them. So that is 3,600.
They must have been pretty hardcore.
They're kind of nasty. For 4 caryatid columns is 3,200.
Again, pretty nasty.
And for Sortion's Fury, the CR7 trap
Ooh.
is 3,200.
Nice. And then you get experience, and you get an entirely new body.
Yay!
For 5,333 experience each.
That's solid. We like
5,333.
Yes.
Did we level?
Oh yeah.
I dare say you guys did.
Or do we get thing?
38,156.
So when's your next level?
That would be 8th level coming up.
Uh,
Oh, come on.
Can you tell me the total again?
38156.
And 8th is 51,000.
So a fair amount to get yet.
8 is what? 51.
51,000. 51.
That is a good distance.
But I mean,
Well,
you're
13,000.
you guys did just get 5,000 experience in a session here very easily.
We did. We actually lost a character. We're going to be kind of sad that Misaki's dead, but it's going to be kind of weird because she's not.
It's true.
So we're going to have to be careful with her body. Because, you know, do you have a funeral or do you not? I mean, we're a bit confused. So we'll put it in, if Misaki's okay, we'll put Bird Misaki back in the sarcophagus that non-Bird Misaki got out of. That seemed fine, non-Bird Misaki.
Maybe.
Or we can just leave you lying here on the floor if you like.
Don't push your luck.
So,
do we want to do hit point rolls here too quick? Just so we can do leveling up stuffs tonight, and since we are ending a little early.
well, we
Can I
can talk.
give my character stuff to Hal to deal with then? So I can concentrate. I'll
If you
still
want.
listen.
If you want.
It's just physically because I'm drowning under trying to price stuff.
Lens,
Oh,
can
yeah.
you bring me a pencil? Because I've only got a big fat-ended one, and I'm going to need to readjust you. We're doing like what am I rolling for hit points again?
D8. You guys are all rolling a D8.
What am I adding? +1 for toughness. +1 for con. +1 for level. Woo!
Impressive.
Roll the 7. Thank you, Sweet Pea. Are you okay?
6 points for me.
Oh, are you really sad? Oh no, you're crying! Don't do that!
Oh, yeah, no.
She gets it. No, I think she's okay. She's okay.
I feel bad.
And so you should. I have
Me,
68.
Mr. Lockhart.
I have 68 hit points. Life is good. Lens, do you want to do us a hit point roll?
Sure.
Let's do it with old Masaki's stuff so we can figure it out. It's a D8 plus your current con of 1.
One D8 plus 1.
Yeah. I
So
get a big
she's going
one.
to be plus 3 con. Jeez.
5. We'll deal with that in a minute when we level her. Okay. 5 more hit points puts you at 45. That's going to be up a little. Okay, 45. Level 7 rogue.
So my base attack goes up.
We're assuming she's continuing as a swordmaster and not as a ancient spellcaster from the dawn of time.
I have a choice.
You totally need to put your bluff skill up now.
Yeah. I am the Rune Lord. Bow before me.
That's right. All right, Lockhart, what do you want to do?
Okay. Well, I mean, if we're good, then we can stop it there and then just do character leveling up and stat stuff and all that.
I'm thinking the people might want to know what we do with Masaki.
All right then. Okay, so let's see.
Or we can stop it and talk about it when we start next time.
Yeah, we can always go over stuff. We usually do go over the level up stuff at the beginning of
We do.
recordings.
But I mean, this is like an important switcheroo, I think.
Important switcheroo.
Oh, that's right. She had the gifted linguist thing from being a.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that's... Do you have a gifted linguist thing?
I think so.
I don't know, we'll have to figure it out. Oh yeah, she gets competence bonuses from her race on some skills and stuff.
Yeah, we'll
Shall we
figure it
stop,
out.
discuss it through, because it's going to be kind of dull, and then
Yeah.
review it later. Say goodbye, people.
Bye.
Bye.